Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have the return of Timm Woods. Dungeons & Dragons with Timm Woods. We have Rob Schneider. Great interview with Rob Schneider. Talk a little boner dogs, of course. We talk some NBA playoffs. Game 7 was tonight. The slop fest. Good defense, bad offense, whatever you want to call it. Recap also the Rockets choking yet again. And we're going to get to all of that in a second. But before we do that, Pardon My Take is brought to you by the Cash App. Not only is it the easiest place to send money to your friends, it's the safest. Go to the Cash App right now. Download the Cash App. You can link your bank account to the Cash App. It is super, super easy to do. And you can send money to your friends, family, whoever you want to send money to without being face-to-face. The Cash App is the best. And, of course, when you download the Cash App and enter the referral code Barstool, you get $10 for free. They're also giving away money all the time on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. You need to have a cash tag, though, so go download the Cash App today. $10 for free with code Barstool, $10 to ASPCA. Download it from the App Store, Google Play Store today, and get involved with the Cash App. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by the Cash App. Go download it right now. Use code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. Today is Tuesday, September... Wednesday, September 2nd. It is Tuesday, but it's Wednesday, September 2nd. Holy shit, we're in September. Wake me up in September, baby.
Wait, yeah, somebody wake the guy up from Green Day. It is.
Nope.
It doesn't feel like September. What's that, Hank?
Wake that guy up when it ends.
Wake him up now.
I got something to say to you, Maggie.
It's late September.
I will wait for that.
Billy's going back to school.
All right, so we're here.
Do you guys remember?
It's early September. What?
The 21st night of September?
I do. I remember that, yeah.
What?
Burn it down.
I'm losing.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. Oh, okay. September 11th, never forget.
Dude.
Okay,
What?
let's start this whole show
No,
over.
dude, that's you never. Don't fucking forget it.
Never would.
You're right.
Right. All right. Game 7 was sloppy. Game 7 was sloppy. Also good defense. We had the lowest, I think it was the lowest playoff game since like 2010. Of course, I had the over, whatever. But the Nuggets advance. Jamal Murray, I think he was hurt a little bit. Donovan Mitchell had his third quarter where he went off. It was a crazy, crazy ending to an insane series. Not exactly how we expected it to go. A series that was like fast-paced, scoring left and right. It ended up being a throwback to like the Pistons and Spurs. But that ending with Mike Conley missing a buzzer beater after I don't know why they were shooting a layup was insane.
It was crazy. Yeah, the three at the end hit like 3 rims. It hit all the ends. It was basically Kawhi's shot if it didn't go in. It was an ugly game. I went back and looked at the box score. The Nuggets went over 7 minutes without scoring a point.
Yes.
That's impossible to do. My only theory is that they don't have their legs right now because they've been fucking because their wives are there. And
well, Jamal Murray, we know.
They're able to
we
fuck.
deleted that video. The internet deleted that video.
I forgot it. I totally forgot about it.
His
but
girlfriend she asked if you have the video, delete it, and we all said okay.
Yeah, I'm just upset that we're not going to get Quinn Snyder. Out of this series, there's one thing that I wanted moving forward, and that's just more shots of Quinn Snyder on the sidelines.
Quinn in his little skinny jeans?
Yeah, Quinn Snyder. Everyone says that he looks coked out. I don't think that. I think he looks
No.
he looks like he used to be coked out.
Yeah.
He looks like the neighbor he looks like Jordan Belfort's neighbor who comes over to like complain about the coke parties. He's like, maybe I'll just do one line and toss a dwarf.
Totally normal look. Also, I just have a big place in my heart for Jokic because when you can hit a hook shot in 2020 and have like the big man moves. And Rudy Gobert is so fucking good defensively. I love that. I mean, he had the game-winning shot with that right-handed hook shot. And the game, it was crazy. It was terrible, but it was also good and thrilling. And I guess that's definitely the best series of round one, even though we still have a Game 7 going tomorrow, which I'm just sick. We'll get to the Rockets in a second. The Rockets are like the Clippers when I was like, blow this thing up. That's what the Rockets are now. I'm sick of the Rockets.
I feel like if this wasn't a Game 7, we would be like, get these teams out of my face. But since it was a Game 7, we're going to the excuse of like both teams were amped up and had that playoff level intensity.
They were gassed.
Missing. But in reality, it was just a shitty game.
There was a stretch where it was like 5 or 6 straight shots, open shots, where guys were just barely grazing the front of the rim.
It was really bad.
It looked like there was a stretch where it looked like every pickup basketball game is going to look like when people can start playing pickup basketball again.
But since it was Game 7, like the crowd was a little bit more intense.
Right.
It was all this stuff that added up to being like a heightened atmosphere.
All right, before we get to the other series, quick question. Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell hug afterwards. They've known each other for a long time, Louisville, Kentucky rivalry. If you're Donovan Mitchell, like I always think of the guy who loses in that situation, I would deny the hug. Well, I'd be like, get the fuck out of my face.
It was a quick hug.
Yeah, but I'd be like, get out of my face.
You know what it was like? It was like a Jake Marsh, Hank Lockwood post-game in ping pong. Whoever wins is always the very first over to be just like, hey, that was a great game, guys. I'm with you, big guy. I never liked that. If you get beat by somebody and they're like very eager to say congratulations.
Such a great battle. It's like, no, get out of my face, please.
Yeah, it was a little bit quick. But
call me a poor sport, that's fine.
I think that the Nuggets are going to get smoked next round.
Yeah.
I don't care how many itches they have on their teams.
Clippers minus a million units. Clippers game 1. Yeah. My computer's now playing
playing the one highlight.
Terrible game.
It's going to be a quick highlight.
All right, so other series. We have Rockets blowing it. The Rockets. Dude. Russell Westbrook.
They're the new Clippers.
Russell Westbrook, like being Russell Westbrook and just making comical errors down the stretch. And then James Harden. Will James Harden ever get in shape?
No. I mean, he was late to the bubble, everyone was saying, because he was out of shape. He showed up super fat.
And he's not fat.
No, he's fat.
But he does that, like he'll do it in a game. He'll drive really hard to the hoop, and then the next like 3 plays, be like, I'm not running up and down.
But you know how
I'm taking a few plays off.
You know how it is with hotel life. I guarantee you that Harden's the same way. He went to the bubble. He's like, I'm going to a hotel. I'll pack my workout gear, and I'm never going to take it out of my suitcase.
My extra shoes.
Exactly. I'll wake up at 7 a.m. and go for a 3-mile run on the treadmill. It never happens. He just stays in his room and jerks off 3 times.
And Chris Paul, this league, Chris Paul was unbelievable. Did the stare down, which wasn't really a stare down.
Well, with Chris Paul, you can never really tell.
It's like the Mitch Trubisky throw when all the receivers
Why
were
did
open.
you do that?
Come on, Hank.
Because it's a similar situation
Hey,
where the
no.
screen cap.
The
screen cap was worse than the actual.
You have to.
I'm defending it.
You have to pace yourself with the Mitch Trubisky references.
We got a whole season.
Come on, man. Now it's you know what? Now the first 3 times I make a Mitch Trubisky joke,
it's old hat.
It's going to be old hat.
It's old hat.
I have to power through the first 3 references and get to the point where it's funny because it's so old again.
Chris Paul,
My point was correct.
Chris Paul's personality makes you forget how good at basketball he is because he's the worst.
Anytime,
hit people in the nuts, and
anytime
he'll do cheap shit, but he's awesome.
If the guy that can most closely impersonate you is the dude from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, then it goes
Carlton,
to show. Then maybe you're not an elite athlete anymore. Although I still think he would be, a top 3, top 4 U.S. men's soccer player.
Yes, easily. Hank, a moment to talk about the Celtics and Marcus Smart shooting 5. Marcus Smart being the guy who, like, if he hits 1 shot, he's taking 2, and then it just rolled into 5.
Well, in the past 5 years, it's like 5 years ago, he was like that never shoot, but he would shoot all the time, and he's just shot his way into being a good shooter, which is beautiful to see.
But if he hits 1, he's going to take it again right away.
Yes,
and it just rolled into 5 in a row, and it was like, holy shit.
There's absolutely no difference in Marcus Smart's body language when he's just made 5 3-pointers or when he's just airballed 5 3-pointers whatsoever. If he just makes them, he's mad that they didn't count for more than 3.
Yes, Hank, championship?
I don't see who's beating them.
Okay,
definitely not the Bucks because they stink.
Yeah,
and by the way,
Bucks aren't beating the Heat.
Jimmy Butler, I think we're witnessing the emergence of a top 20 player in the NBA.
Dude,
I am fully on board.
20. Come on,
where has this guy been his entire career? Because he woke up. Dude, he's awesome. And the quote that they had from yesterday was even better when he said, "No disrespect to families, but if it were up to me, we wouldn't even be bringing in the wives and the children because this is a business trip. It's for guys only." He went full Mike Milbury.
Yeah.
And so he went dudes rock, right, Bubba?
So you're going to say Jimmy Butler might be good?
I think now Jimmy Butler is a top 20 NBA player.
The Heat culture.
Wow.
It's the culture down in Miami.
Wow, that's big of you.
Yeah, I mean, well, listen, if the shoe
Dude,
fits.
he's fucking awesome.
He is. I love
him.
Dude, I love Jimmy Butler.
Okay, no, you don't.
I actually do now.
okay.
I think he's very good.
Just from last night.
Well, and he was really good on the 76ers, too.
Jimmy Butler's a guy who he has an edge. Like he will be like fuck you to everyone and win a game in a playoffs or win a playoff series. Maybe not a playoff series. He hasn't done that a bunch, but he will be like fuck you. I'm going to be the best player on the court tonight. And I love Jimmy Butler. The Timberwolves thing was weird. The Sixers thing was weird. The Bulls, the front office deserves all the blame for that one. So. Jimmy Butler, you're cool.
I do like the slogan, "No disrespect to families," before you say anything else
Yes.
after that. Like, it's the anti-LeBron as a father of three.
You liking J-Butt is going to be the ultimate turn of 2020.
Am I going to mush J-Butt, though?
No, I don't think
that
so.
I am.
I don't think so. Well, I was throwing it out there earlier today. Like
He is on your Heat too.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
Heat. If you listed wing players, so it's hard to say because it's positionless basketball in the NBA now. But if you had to list wing players that you want to take the last shot and defend the last shot, the list is obviously you throw LeBron in there if you want to call him a wing, but it's like Kawhi, Paul George, Klay Thompson, and Jimmy Butler, and I take Jimmy Butler over Paul George. It's not a long list of guys who fit that mold of take the last shot, defend the last shot. You're that dude.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum's on the way. Yes,
He's really good.
Yes.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler, I'm just saying, he feels like a guy that is he's the one who's most fine, not necessarily with being in the bubble, but he wants to prove that he's more mentally tough than everybody else. So he's like that guy that'll stay in the sauna for too long and be like, "I'm fine. What are you guys
probably
leaving?"
is more mentally tough.
Yeah,
than
and
LeBron.
meanwhile, he's his skin is cooking, but he's like, "You know what? I don't care. I can do it."
And
Embiid coming off Twitter. He hasn't tweeted in a month, and he was subtweeting last night. That was great.
When you gave $200 million to Tobias Harris and Al Horford, that's got to hurt to watch Jimmy Butler do that. That's
true.
gotta hurt.
How much did they give to Horford? His old ass.
140 million.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's when Horford opted out for the Celtics, being like, "Wait, who else is going to give you money?" Oh, the
4
Sixers
years,
are going to give you a lot of
130
money.
million.
4 years, 109.
God
Wow.
damn.
And what's Tobias Harris? This has now become a bashed Philly. Sorry, Philly. You won. The Flyers won tonight, so congrats on that.
5 years, 180.
Oh, 5 years, 180 for Tobias. Oh,
Sometimes you got to be patient in this league, man. You got to trust the process.
Oh, that makes Zach LaVine 4 years for 80 look awesome.
The Fred VanVleet contract he's going to get will also be disgusting.
Yes, Fred VanVleet's got a great booty.
He's good. He's the PJ Tucker of Canada.
He gets space with that booty.
He's built like a fire hydrant.
Yeah, he does that slow down dribble where someone runs into him and he gets a foul call. I love that. Also, the Raptors Celtics series is going to break the record for most hey ref, what the fuck? Where was that call? Both teams, just all night.
What?
Yeah, dude. I mean, the Raptors are the.
I mean,
Kyle
LeBron
Lowry's,
James is still in
Kyle
the NBA.
Lowry's
LeBron
the
James
number
is still
one.
in the NBA.
Kyle Lowry's the number one in the NBA for that. But I feel like they had a really nice run tonight of that.
If it's LeBron versus the Rockets, I feel like that will be
Yeah, that's true. LeBron versus the Rockets.
Yeah, Harden and LeBron.
Harden and LeBron
Yes.
just look for fouls.
Yes. LeBron's meanwhile just resting.
Good for him.
Not good, Hank.
For who?
For anyone who's a LeBron hater, which I count myself in that group.
Could be me.
What do you? Oh, so now PFT likes J-Butt and you like LeBron?
No.
All right, let's get to Hot Seat Cool Throne. Hot Seat Cool Throne is brought to you by Bud Light Seltzer. On the hot seat this week are beer runs. With sports being back, our friends at Bud Light know you can't miss any precious seconds of the game. Head to budlight.com/delivery and get ice cold Bud Light and Bud Light Seltzer delivered straight to your door so you don't have to miss any action. That's budlight.com/delivery. Hank.
My hot seat, I have a few.
Oh, okay.
The first one is anyone who drafted early for fantasy and they took Alvin Kamara.
Yep.
He is on the trading block now, which is, a lot of people probably took him with their first pick, first round. That's the worst thing you can see.
Is he on the trading block? I heard
Yeah.
they're just negotiating a contract right now.
I read today he's on the trading block.
Kamara's on the trading block?
Yes.
Imagine how much Bill O'Brien would be willing to give up for Alvin Kamara, like his entire team. Mm-hmm. He'd trade himself to the Saints for Alvin Kamara.
I'm just gonna say Leonard Fournette's out there.
True.
Bill O'Brien would try to trade like a second rounder and a next year's third to the waiver wire.
I just want Leonard Fournette on the Bears just so I can be like, how can you lose when you have the second and fourth pick in the 2017 draft?
I mean, I feel like he's destined to go to the Falcons, right?
They already have Todd Gurley.
Get all the first round picks.
Yeah, they have Todd Gurley. But I just want that because I really would sell myself on being like, if you could go back in time and get the second and fourth pick in a draft, that team would be a juggernaut.
I refuse to believe that any team would be dumb enough to trade away Alvin Kamara right now. Like, why? If you're the Saints, well, I guess you have Taysom Hill. He can do it all.
Yep.
Have Taysom line up
as franchise quarterback.
Yep, and halfback.
I'm pretty sure it was they put him on the trading block just as like a negotiational tactic.
Like, haha, just a prank.
But if you drafted him, like that's the worst thing
prank.
you can see. Mm-hmm. It's a terrible thing before the season even starts. My other hot seat was myself. I broke my phone the other day because I didn't have my case on. And
that's a good move, Hank.
No, it broke
I know.
almost instantly.
Solid. I like it.
So I had to get a new one, and I don't have a fucking home button anymore, and it's driving me crazy.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
it's going to take some getting used. I noticed that you didn't get the red iPhone. Do you hate AIDS charities?
Wait,
no, I got a
hold
green
on.
one.
You had how old was your phone?
It was an iPhone 8.
Well, they got rid of the home button a long time ago. I feel like that was 2 years ago.
Hank had a Motorola Razr.
This is my first time experiencing it, and it sucks.
You'll get used to it
in like 2 seconds.
I'm not a fan.
You'll be fine.
And then my cool throne, I also have a few. My first one is Magic Johnson's analysis.
Oh.
He's been good. He's been on a roll.
I actually wanted to talk about that. I think the party's over because Coward's in on the joke now.
Really?
Yeah.
So we got to move on?
Coward quote tweeted Magic and was like, great insight. And it was at that moment that a small piece of me died and was like, all right, it's over. No more making fun of Magic tweets.
Coward didn't even make like a ham-fisted analogy about it. He wasn't like, he is the Perd Hapley of Twitter.
It took him 3-4 years. I mean, we've been making fun of Magic since the beginning of this show. Not saying we invented it, but like Coward now figuring it out in 2020, it's done.
Fuck.
It sucks.
I'm so excited for Denver versus Utah Game 7 and to see Jamal Murray versus Donovan Mitchell. For Denver to win, Jokic, Gary Harris, Paul Millsap, or Michael Porter Jr. has to step up. For Utah to win, it's on Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson, Joe Ingles, or Rudy Gobert to step up.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the tweet.
You nailed it.
My other cool throwing
Magic Johnson would be very upset that you did not get a red iPhone.
Yeah. Tyler Perry.
Why?
He's a billionaire.
That's it? He's a
He's
billionaire?
a B word, or a person
Shout
of means.
out Tyler Perry.
Although
let's fucking eat him.
I read it, and then I clicked the article to get more information, and the only place that states that is his book, which is titled "Poor as Hell to Billionaire." So there's a chance
smart.
that's like Tyler
Very
Perry
smart.
is just saying he's a billionaire, but he's not actually.
I'm going to write a book
But
on
I'll-
what it's like to be a billionaire.
I'm going
and
with
it's just
it.
going to say probably pretty sweet.
Yeah. I feel like
Put
you
the
don't
guillotine
want
away.
to say like you're a billionaire these days. People they're not so happy about that. Jeff Bezos got that guillotine sitting out in front of his house, ready to just chop it off.
Give him a really nice close shave to the head. Mm-hmm. Is that it, Hank?
Yes, it.
We're all done here?
Okay.
I'm
job, Hank.
going to
Thank
keep it
you.
pretty brief because it's a tight show. We got a couple interviews coming up. My first hot seat is CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum's on the hot seat. He tweeted out earlier tonight, who wants to play fantasy? Hit me up. I replied to him kind of as a joke, but it was like also kind of serious. I was like, what's up? And then he invited me to play in his league. I was like, that's awesome. That sounds like fun. I get a text from him where he puts me into his fantasy football group chat, and the name of the group chat is Fantasy Football High Rollers, right? And I'm like, wait a second, what? And so it turns out it's $1,000 buy-in.
Yep.
I don't think I can back out, but we decided as a group that we would all share ownership of the team. So now we're in CJ McCollum's fantasy football team in his league. Our team name is Blast Their Face Off. And so I guess we're just going to dominate CJ McCollum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's do it. What?
I just got tweeted this picture, and it says Hank on vacation again, and it's a guy has a bumper sticker on his boat with he copyrighted our logo, and it says "Part of my lake."
Whoa,
Oh,
that's sick.
that's pretty good boat.
Yo, let us come on the boat, dude.
How you gonna?
Yeah, we should be. The fact we haven't been invited on that boat is a slap in our face.
You know what? We're going to sue you for trademark infringement, for copyright infringement, unless we get an invite on the boat. These are our terms. They're not negotiable. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're in CJ McCollum's Fantasy Football
Done.
League. $1,000 buy-in. It's a 12-team league. let's just do it and be legends.
Yeah, I was saying we should just draft all Browns and cuck them.
That'd be great.
And like finish well, no, the $1,000 kind of makes that.
Yeah, but it'd be a good $1,000 prank.
Yeah, it would.
And then, or if we do happen to win, we can just like waste it, blow the $11,000 on the most ridiculous thing possible. Like, let's get 10 more lotto machines.
Yes.
And then we can have 10 going
Dueling
at the same
ones.
time.
Yes.
That would be sick, wouldn't it?
That would be so sick.
Actually, let's seriously do that.
No,
let's get
I'm
more
in.
lotto machines.
Yeah, no, you don't have to sell me.
Fuck yes. Now I'm
This thing
excited.
has changed my life.
Guess what?
Significantly.
Now we're winning. And my cool throne is Antonio Brown. He's on the cool throne because allegedly a video came out of Tiana Trump, one of my favorites, giving him a Hummer inside his gym. They like identified the walls of his gym and his Richard Mille watch, the green one that he always wears. And yeah, he was getting that good, the wet
Nice.
from Tiana Trump.
Nice.
So I think Antonio Brown is also back.
We also had an Antonio Clown moment where someone tweeted we should have called it September instead of September.
Yeah,
I still like September.
Did you see No Simp September?
Yeah.
I
We're not
refuse.
simping
No,
in September,
I'm going to
boys.
simp harder, even harder.
We ain't simping.
Antonio
I think I'm going to join you, PFT, by the way.
in September.
Yeah.
And not
aboard.
simping?
We're going to get fucked up.
Oh.
4 beers.
After Labor Day.
Okay.
4 beers this month. Let's do it, fellas.
And
Yeah.
I think for the 4 beers, it'll just be like 4 times I drink that month.
Yeah.
What do you
should
think-
get one of those like the IPAs that are like 19% alcohol. Mm-hmm. Just fuck your dome up.
What do you think Shannon Sharp's nickname for Antonio Brown would be?
What do you mean?
Like with the Tiana Trump video.
Oh, I don't
Because
know.
you can't go clown anymore because she's got the white stuff on her face now. Antonio Blown.
Came.
And,
That works.
And Blonio Brown.
That works.
And Blonio Brown.
That works.
That's what it is.
Antonio BJ Aun.
Yeah.
Like he's Swedish.
Bjown.
Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's
With
Bjork.
a couple
Yeah.
dots on top of
Couple
it.
umlauts.
All right. So my hot seat is Hank. My hot seat is Hank.
No, I already put myself on the hot seat.
Yeah,
I took that one.
I witnessed something today, PFT, that was truly remarkable. I was in the studio playing
Hank
Fall
working?
Guys. I was in the studio playing Fall Guys, and Hank, 100% serious, like no joke
even know what
whatsoever in his tone, comes in here. Billy's sitting on the couch, and he goes, "Hey, Billy. I fell on my skateboard, and I feel like I got some fluid in my hip. Can you take a look at it for me?" And I just sat there, and I was like, "What? Are you pretending like Billy's your doctor?" And Billy gave him an actual medical, like, diagnosis, and that was it.
Billy, what's the prognosis? What does he have?
He's got fluid. Burst in his hip.
It
Like a
was
hip pointer.
fucking incredible. Like, they were not joking, no jokes whatsoever. Hank was like, "Billy, I need you to look at my hip. It's kind of jacked up." And he was like, whatever Billy was going to say, Hank was going to be like, "Thank you, doctor. Do I, like, owe a copay here or something?"
His
Well, it's
advice
like-
would
it's
just
like-
be like, do more squats.
It's like when you're probably the right thing to do. So you go talk to your friend like, "Oh, should we go out tonight?" And you go talk to the one friend that's like, "Yes, let's go out tonight." Like I just needed to hear from someone that's like, "It's probably fine."
But he said it wasn't.
Right, but he said it's probably fine.
Well, your problem here, Hank, is you got no ass.
Yeah.
And if you had a little more ass, then you probably wouldn't have banged up your bone that much.
So Hank does have fluid in his hip, made me almost gag. I really want to poke it with a pin.
Yeah.
I think
Hank,
there's the
can we
only way
see?
to drain it.
Can we see it? Let's get a second
It's
opinion
so
on this.
gross.
Also, I will say because hopefully people are like, "You'll be fine," because I really don't want to go to the doctor. But a lot of people helped me with my internet problem. The
Okay.
AWLs. So thank you guys.
But yeah, PFT, it was definitely an awakening moment for me. Like, you are the company you keep. Hank is asking Billy for doctor
Hank's
advice.
pretty much showing his dick right now.
Yeah. I
Hank,
can't
that
look
just
at
looks like a normal slender
it.
ass.
No, he slapped it. Billy like took out his fucking stethoscope.
It's actually
and
gone
looked
down.
at it. He took
The
out the
swelling's
glass.
gone down.
He took out the fucking
gotta come feel it,
dentist
PFT.
glasses with the little light at the end, the minor light.
Come feel it, PFT.
And he looked at it, and he like
He's got calipers.
Yeah,
He starts checking it out.
He did like the plastic surgery. He started doing circles with a Sharpie on it.
that's just a bruise. You just have
Just poke it with something, Hank. Be a man.
Hank's just got a
I
normal
don't even
bruise
wanna
on
look
his
at it.
side.
Hip pointer.
Yeah. Hey, put your pubes away. Hank's
Billy just changed his diagnosis.
is
I still was hip pointer the whole time.
do more steroids.
I just that's what I'm saying. I just
I'm gonna
needed
prescribe you.
I don't know, dude.
Some Prednisone.
It was unbelievable. I really had to question everything. It was just like, what are we doing here?
I mean,
Well, as you're playing a 10-year-old's video game.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Like listen, I'm gonna play that game till I beat it, and then I'll never play that game again. It was a shocking moment.
I love what went through your head, Hank, because I've thought the same thing. Like, if you have an injury that you could have sustained playing a sport, then why not go to somebody that's played sports before?
Yeah, and Billy was just like, yeah, let me take a look.
Just
Like,
guys
I
being
got you.
dudes.
I knew Billy had the best chance of telling me that I'm fine and you don't have
See
to
a
go to the doctor.
doctor.
Honestly,
That's such a process. Like, when am I going to do that?
Hank, if you went to a doctor with that injury, I would hope that they would throw you out.
That's okay.
You guys, like, listen.
Thank you.
We're going through a
giving
global
me-
pandemic
you are
right
giving
now,
me the
and you're coming
advice I
in
need to
because your
hear.
ass has a boo boo on the side.
No, coronavirus doesn't exist anymore. That's my cool throne.
Oh yeah,
Big
we
Ten
did
football's
it. Congrats,
back.
guys.
Big Ten football's back.
Sir Yacht did it.
Sir Yacht, Chuggy, shout out Chuggy. I don't know. I'm just gonna get my hopes up again. I don't know. Whatever.
I think it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. It's what's good. It's encouraging that you still feel something.
Yeah, no, it's what we said right at the beginning of this stuff when they canceled March Madness. Like, we're stupid. If you just keep delaying it a couple weeks, we'll just die at 90 being like, are they going to play the 2020 Big Ten football season?
I guess
I'll do that.
It's September 2nd today, I guess, for the people listening. A month.
Never forget.
And one day will be Saturday, October 3rd. Full college slate. That's what I'm asking you.
Oh.
No, I don't think
Did you
so.
just hear me? Did you hear me? I was like,
Yeah.
Hank, what do you know? Have you been talking to Sir Yacht?
No, I'm asking you guys. Like,
No, because the Pac-12 isn't coming back.
No, yeah.
Which is
Pac-12
crazy.
isn't coming
Yeah, I
back.
haven't heard anything about that. But no,
Well, Larry Scott's going to be out, which is good. Shout out to all my Pac-12 people. Like, finally, Larry Scott's going to be out.
I love that Larry Scott is the warlord of the Pac-12.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
He's the worst. But yeah, October 3rd. No, I mean, I'm just going to hurt myself by just saying it. But I saw
like if
that.
they start late and then they go undefeated, like how does that work?
They win everything.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be the most beautiful part is undefeated Ohio State fans being like, yo, we're the
But they're
national
going to be
champions.
like 6-0.
And then Dabo Swinney being like, we're not getting enough respect because the Big Ten decided not to play until
Mm-hmm.
October.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I mean, if Wisconsin, I saw a projected schedule, and like Wisconsin doesn't have to play Penn State or Ohio State, they could go undefeated, and I'll absolutely be like, they're the best team.
Really, that's all
Everyone's
we
like,
need.
no, they haven't. They played fucking Indiana. I'm like, oh, I don't care.
All we need right now
And
is
that will
just
be
for them
sports.
to release more schedules.
Yeah.
I don't care if you take it back. Just do
That's
like
what I'm saying.
4 new schedule releases.
Just keep-
We'll start circling dates on our calendars.
Yes.
You know what?
I'm stupid enough to just keep buying the idea that it's going to happen eventually, knowing it probably won't, but my dog brain takes over, and I'm like, yeah, no, October, we're good.
I also think that the Big Ten should just play next year and call it 2010 or 2020.
Good with that.
I feel like just in general, sports should take on the mantra of 2020 never happened. Next year's 2020. We're wiping this year from our brains like it's Men in Black. You show up at our door, and this year never happened. The virus never happened. Let's just reset. Do
You
a
know what
hard
they
reset.
should do? They should lean into the fact that like no one has any idea what's going on. Surprise me, Big Ten. Just play a game randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Just at one point on like a Tuesday in October, I just want to see like just put an alert. Like Tuesday morning, I wake up like 7 p.m. Iowa, Ohio State.
I would take Rutgers against Maryland right now.
Now we're going too far.
I believe
Now
next
you're
summer's
going- that was
Olympics
too
is
much.
still being branded as 2020 Olympics.
Perfect. Okay,
Beautiful.
2020
Beautiful.
never happened. And I also forgot to mention this, in case you're wondering why my takes are so great nowadays. I bought the Sports Illustrated brain formula.
Nice.
So my brain is operating on such a high plane right now. You can't even understand
You should
it.
try to write a Rick Riley column.
I'm Mr. Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
I should try, or I should just try to read one.
Yes, Billy.
I'm actually, you guys.
We
didn't
took
do-
everything?
No. There's some obvious ones you didn't get to. Hot
Oh.
seat cheeseburgers. Andy Reid said he was going to exchange.
Good one, Billy.
I picked a bunch of.
Do you have
Wait,
the quote?
ones.
Read
yeah,
the quote.
Andy Reid was like, "I'm going to trade this."
No, read the quote. Okay.
Well,
The quote was great.
he said he was going to exchange his. You wear it for special occasions, or if you want a free cheeseburger, you just point right there and show him that ring, and you might get one.
That is
There
a
we
special
go.
occasion
That's
for Andy.
beautiful.
Reid.
Andy just walking into a McDonald's and being like,
As if
No ring.
as if Andy Reid needed to ask for a cheeseburger
Right,
ever. Like
right.
he's walks in the door. He could go to like any McDonald's in the United States and be like, the usual Andy? Yep, 3 Big Macs.
Yes,
To go.
yes. All right, good one.
My cool throne is the XFL. The Rock just took a bunch of pictures with XFL team helmets, and it's getting me excited because more football's better. Anyway, another hot seat, sleeves.
Oh, we're going back and forth. I like this.
Bill Belichick
Switching back
had a
and forth.
sick Subway
Picture me.
commercial where he cut off a dude's sleeves. I don't know really how that pertains to Subway, but it was really cool.
It's because,
Okay.
I guess it could. It's just Belichick doing a commercial. That's what the ad campaign is. Like, look, we got Belichick to show up on the camera, on this side of the camera for a change.
We're Jimmy John's guys, by the way.
True.
No,
Yeah.
it's not your fault, but we are.
Right.
Through and through. Through and through. Is that it? Also, the rings, the KC rings.
Yeah.
They had their rings. They have the thanks for coming out on the inside where it just shows how far they were down in every single one of their playoff games. And that was the exact moment I said, thanks for coming out, Chiefs. Every single time. I'm fucking smart.
You're on the brain formula.
I am smart.
They saw this
Mr.
dude with a
Unlimited.
jetpack in L.A.
You did?
No, some pilot.
What?
UFOs.
30 minutes.
Okay.
There was a guy that was flying around in a jetpack allegedly in Los Angeles.
Wow.
That's what Billy's getting.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. All right, let's get to our interviews. We got Rob Schneider, and then right after that, we have Timm Woods, Dungeons and Dragons. Before we do that, a quick word from our friends at Cross Country Mortgage. Cross Country Mortgage combines a people-first mindset with a dedication to the fundamentals of mortgage lending. You're probably saying to yourself, I can't afford a mortgage. Mortgage is a big, scary word. Well, guess what? It is not. You can probably afford a mortgage without even realizing it. Stop throwing your money away every single month to rent. You're literally paying someone else's mortgage when you rent, when you could be building your own finances, your own equity, and own your own home, the American dream. And Cross Country Mortgage has been doing that, helping people realize the American dream since 2003. They've grown all across the country, but they still have that mom and pop feel. I talked to them personally. I can tell you, I can attest to it. When you talk to high-level people on a Zoom call, you're like, oh, okay, well, this is not just some big mortgage company where you're just a number. No, this is a mortgage company where they're trying to work hand in hand with people on a personal level. And that means if you're a first-time home buyer, if you're a military vet, if you are someone with less than stellar credit, Cross Country Mortgage can find a solution for you. The best thing, the thing that you owe yourself is to at least find out if you qualify for a mortgage. If you don't qualify for a mortgage, what you can do to get there someday. And you can do it all at ccmlens.com/take, ccmlens.com/take. They also have fast closing, super efficient, which is very, very important in the mortgage world. And they partner with top vendors to offer the best technology without the big price tag. So they're not going to rip you off. Cross Country Mortgage puts their customers first by providing the tools and the resources for loan officers to succeed within their own offices. They know their area better than anyone else. You're not just dealing with someone who's on a national basis who doesn't know where you're living, where you're buying a home. You're dealing with someone who lives there themselves, who knows the market, who understands what it's like to live there. And you can do it all at Cross Country Mortgage. ccmlens.com/take, ccmlens.com/take. To learn more about your future home buying experience, that's ccmlens.com/take. To learn more, Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029. Equal housing opportunity. Go to crosscountrymortgage.com for licensing and disclosures. Okay, here he is, Rob Schneider. Okay, we now welcome on Rob Schneider, actor extraordinaire, SNL alum, best friends with Adam Sandler, which we're going to have to get to that. But you have a new special out, Netflix special, called Asian Mama, Mexican Kids. It is out now. Go check it out.
Very friendly sounding name, right?
Yes. So the Netflix special. Let's talk about that first.
Sir.
I would assume it's just about your entire life when you name it Asian Mama Mexican Kids.
Just trying to avoid as much people getting angry as you can. Hey, listen, I have an Asian mother. I got Mexican kids. I'm allowed to talk about this stuff. I don't know. I guess that's what it's all about.
Yeah. When you're taping those specials, is it different as you're on stage? Are you thinking about the fact that it's going to be on people's TVs as opposed to just performing for people that, bought a ticket?
You can't get in your head that much. Otherwise you're really in a, you start thinking defensively or thinking what you're gonna, it's like you have to it's got to come from an inspired place. You got to. Oh, it's funny. I'm enjoying this. It's for the audience, but at the same time, I just remember Chris Rock yelling at Adam Sandler, going, "It's fuck the show. It's about the special. It's about the special. Get the special." In other words, make sure you're getting the stuff for the special. It's not just, you can have 1,000 people or 1,500 people in the audience, but like that night, but you're trying to make it for, 110 countries and, 15 million people. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think you have to know that it's back there, but you got to be be in the moment, performing it and doing it. And then, try not to let the business take over. And then, because I think if you put the business in front of the art, then it's going to affect the art, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
What's up with the Band-Aid on your chin?
I tried to kill myself, but I aimed too high. No, I sliced my face. It's been a while now. I've had this for like a week now.
You just been rocking a Band-Aid? You just Band-Aid everywhere.
I thought it was like a
and then
Nelly
my
thing.
kids, and then my kids keep putting it back on and go like, "Daddy, you want Band-Aid? Daddy, Band-Aid for Daddy." And I go, "Yeah, okay, put it on." And if I don't have it on, they go, "Daddy, Band-Aid, Daddy, Band-Aid." So they're very cute. They're very caring.
You're a Band-Aid guy for life now.
For the foreseeable future, I think so.
Yeah. So your career, you've had an unbelievable career. You were part of what some people say is one of the golden ages of SNL. During that time, did you have a moment where you're like, holy shit, like everyone I'm around right now is a star or a star in the making? Did it feel like that?
I remember a lot of some very special moments with the really talented people. And, but I also remember everybody saying we sucked, right? Because you said, "You're not as good as the first cast." And I was like, I know, it's kind of hard to compare to Bill Murray and John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd and Gilda Radner. It's a little tough to Chevy Chase, but, I said, I think we're okay. I think, for our generation of kids growing up watching us, we're going to be there, Chevy Chase and Bill Murray. And that's what's true is. I mean, wherever you grow up watching, that's your cast,
Yeah, I've always thought that, especially amongst SNL fans, is the new generation is never as good as the one that was around 10 years before.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of guys that are all-timers, you get your Will Ferrells and you get your, Martin Shorts, your Eddie Murphys. I mean, it's the who's who, of comedy, and I came from an era where most of the guys who came in were from, with few exceptions, were from stand-up. They're just that's where they're getting the funny guys now. And then there's an era where it comes in from Second City and improv. I think Lorne Michaels, when he first started, not to speak for him, but he hired groups that had been working together for a while. It was the national Lemmings on Broadway, which is Belushi and I think Aykroyd, and then it was the Second City, and I think those two groups were made up the majority of that first cast, and us, we were David Spade, Adam Sandler, and I, we would go on 1, 2, 3 after each other in at a club in LA or something, at the Ice House out in Pasadena back in 1988, and then, but we knew we were going to make it. I mean, I don't think it was a question. It was just well, who's going to give us a chance finally,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, this true story, David Spade didn't put this in his book, but I got hired at SNL, and then Bernie Brillstein was our manager, and, he told Lorne Michaels, "Well, you got to hire David Spade too. They're writing partners," and we weren't. But that's how David got hired, and he knows that, but he didn't put that in his book.
Oh wow,
interesting.
Speaking of that, you said
I'm going to put that in my book.
Yeah. So you said it would be fun to pin Adam Sandler for murder because you know all his secrets. What's his number one secret?
His number one secret?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was in a movie called, not a big secret, but he was in a movie called The Unsinkable Shecky Moskowitz. And I remember he got $25,000. And I went $25,000? They paid you $25,000 for what? You're in a movie? How did this happen? And I just when he first, I was just amazed that anybody can get a movie. You know, I mean, it was just like, I remember auditioning for like 1,000 things and getting none of them, you know, literally none. And like, after a while you go, well, like, I remember Spade and I go, we're not going to get nothing, I guess. Maybe we'll get nothing. And then we started getting hired. Because it's just, when you move to LA, you don't realize there's 50,000 actors always in LA, all fighting for like 1,500 jobs. And most of those are shitty, but you're happy to have any of them. You know what I mean? So it's a numbers game. But the thing about being a stand-up back in the 80s was we were making more money being middle acts because none of us ever had more than 25 minutes of comedy material. Trust me. But he said, all you need, as Jay Leno said many years ago to me, all you need is 20 minutes to become a star in LA. Everybody says, how much time you got? And everybody said, they got 2 hours. Who wants to listen to 2 hours of comedy material? Either you have 20 minutes, either you have 5 minutes that kills every time out, or you had nothing. And so really all you needed was 20 minutes. And that's all we had, truthfully. And that was enough to get us on TV. But it was just, it's always going to be, they always want the most famous guy. And if you ain't it, then you ain't it. But you got to be ready just in case the famous guy says no, and they got to get somebody, right?
Yeah.
But it took me a long time to realize that, like, casting agents and those people, they're fearful of their jobs too. They don't get paid good. I remember I was one casting agent that actually casted for Quentin Tarantino, and she's lovely. I forget her name now, but like, I went to go see her. I used to audition for movies for her, and I auditioned for Quentin, one of Quentin's movies back in the day. And I actually read with Quentin for the part. And I remember her, like, then seeing her making sandwiches at a deli. And I went, man, it's tough for everybody. Yeah. Everybody's got tough in Hollywood, Yeah. And they want you, so they're worried about their job. So they got to get the most famous guy they can get, blah, blah, blah. I remember one time I was having an audition for this casting agent, and I killed one-on-one. But then I got nervous in front of everybody, and I saw her, like, melting down, like, oh, no, what happened to that guy who was so good just with me? Bring him back. And so I realized, oh, she's rooting for me. Because, when you first start, you think people are rooting against you, like, oh, the casting agents, you take it personally. No, you just can't take it personally.
Yeah. Did you guys have a pact, like you, Spade, and Sandler, when you were coming up? Like, whoever's the richest, who's doing the best in Hollywood at any given time,
we didn't
you
say
have
it
to
like
bring
that.
everybody else along with you.
Yeah, no, we didn't say it like that, but yeah, we did. Absolutely.
And that's worked out pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler just seems like the nicest guy in the world. We've had him on our show, and he just seems like the nicest guy, and whoever talks to him is like, he's loyal. And why wouldn't you want? I think we asked him about this. He's like, why wouldn't I want to work with my friends? Mm-hmm.
I told him, I'll be honest, and I've been public about this. I would tell him, like, hey, listen, hire Nick Nolte. You don't have to hire me. And he finally did hire Nick Nolte for a movie called The Ridiculous Six, like 5 years ago. And he says, no, I don't want to hire people I don't know because, like, and I go, why? You can get anybody, man. You're the biggest comedy star in the world. And I'd have this argument with him against, hiring me. And not that I didn't want to get hired, but I'm just saying, we were talking, this for a movie, many, many years ago. Well, 15 years ago or so. And he said, no. And he said, why? He said, because I don't have to explain to you what's funny. And if I ask you to do something, I don't have to, like, I can just tell you directly, go climb that palm tree over there. I know you're dumb enough to do it.
Yeah.
And, so, I mean, that kind of says a lot. I think there's a trust. When you're out there doing comedy, and especially in a movie, any movie that you do could be your last, and one day you'll be right. If it's not going good, you need somebody who can make quick changes to make it work, make the scene work. If it ain't working, to not panic and shut down. Because I've been in movies, not with Adam Sandler, but I've been in movies where it wasn't working and nobody knew how to fix it. If it ain't working, let's identify it right now, fix this scene. Every scene is like a little mini movie that's got to go to the next little mini movie, and it's like a locomotion, right? You got to get to the next one, and that pushes the next one, and each one has to be like a complete little mini movie in and of itself. So if it ain't working, fix it. Have somebody that'll fix it. If it is working, tweak it so that it's even better, so that scene may make the next scene unnecessary because that scene works so well. So it's kind of stuff like that, because when you're in the trenches and like when you're doing live TV, you got to have somebody there across from you who's going to be your guy and not drop the ball because, We're just trying to get in show business. You know what I mean? And we want to stay in it because that was the whole point. I didn't have any career advice. I didn't have any career guidance or career goals. I just wanted to make a living. Right. I just wanted to not paint houses, not sell shoes, not do all the shit that I saw my friends doing, and I hated. You know, my friend delivering pizzas at my house. One time he went, "Oh shit!" I know, "Hey man, it's good to see you, Matt." He said, "Nah, I don't want people to know this." And I said, "No, what? You're working. What are you talking about?" "Yeah, but I don't want people to think I'm the pizza guy." People answer the door and go, "I'm the pizza guy. I'm not the pizza guy. I'm just doing this to make a living. Right. It's not who I am." And I remember, so I ended up doing a joke about that right away that night. You know, I'm not the pizza guy. But, you know, it's nothing wrong being a pizza guy. We all need a pizza guy.
I've been a pizza guy.
Yeah.
J.J. Watt, pizza guy. A lot of us have done it. Slang pies every now and again. You were saying like a second ago about how working with your friends is easy to make these adaptations like on the fly, punch up a script like really quickly. I would imagine that a lot of the practice from that probably came from the fast-paced environment on SNL in the 90s because, you know, you got a week.
So, yeah, a lot of it did. I mean, certainly I didn't even know that I was doing this, but my stand-up in the 80s was sketches. But I wasn't getting any acting work, so I was just acting out all the characters, and that's what I would do. And then, like, I remember this comedian, Milt Abel, a great guy from San Francisco, said, "Oh, you know what you do is you act out and play these different roles, to play the different parts in your own stand-up act. You would play the different guys, and you go back and forth." And I didn't even know that because you don't, you know, when you're creating something, it's just coming from a place and coming kind of through you and with you and blah, blah, blah. And you're just doing, and then you keep what works. And you take the stuff out, hopefully, and if you're not like, you know, you don't have like, you know, dementia or some kind of, or if you're not messed up. So a lot of comedians are. Then you dump what doesn't work, keep what works, and then you keep taking away, stripping away. And then what works kind of becomes your act. And then, you know, if you want to be successful at a comedy, you don't keep the stuff that doesn't work. And the stuff that works you build on, but it doesn't necessarily grow that much. You just get like that monster 20 minutes, you know, which is what we worked on. And I don't know if that's anywhere near answering your question.
Well, I was curious because I always love hearing stories about the heyday of SNL and what the schedule was like. You know,
well, I know how
hectic everything was.
It was amazing, but like at the same time, the thing that comes away from me is it was extremely democratic. The more I'm in show business, the more I realize like that was fucking remarkable to be able to be literally at a place where if you wrote something, if you're on a sitcom, or if you're writing a movie and you say, you know, that the idea that anybody's ever going to read that in front of people to get some real laughs is like, it just doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. But like my first job in show business is Saturday Night Live, basically. And anything I wrote got read in front of everybody. So Adam Sandler would write this thing and like, you know, either it would work or, I mean, but if it did work, I mean, you got a room of people reading it. It's very fair.
Right.
Whereas opposed to most show business, it doesn't get a reading. So in that sense, for Lorne Michaels, I got to say the genius of him was like identifying people and getting the network out of the way. And then, you know, letting us see what worked. And he was open to 90% of the time, depending on, you know, with a few exceptions of if Mike Myers had a movie with Dana Carvey or something, Wayne's World or something. Whatever got the biggest laughs got on the show. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
Yep.
So anybody who complained, I always went like, well, you know, I know and you know that you had the opportunity and it just didn't work for you.
That's interesting because people, when we talk to people who are on SNL or part of SNL, you know, a lot of times it's talked about how hard it is to get Lorne Michaels to laugh. And you're kind of flipping it on the other end and being like, this is actually the best spot because
if you didn't make Lorne Michaels laugh, then that was on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But like if he heard other people laughing, he would recognize that too. Mm-hmm. You know, the worst audiences are like people who are like subjected to comedy every week.
Right. You
know, and having to laugh. But so you got to really get them to laugh, you know. But unfortunately, even in that democratic environment, half the people in that room are costume people. So, you know, trying to make the costume department laugh, and it's like, hey, I'm sorry, that ain't my audience, you know?
Right,
yeah.
So you have to get enough, and whatever it is. And, like, people who complain, it's like, shut the fuck up. You had your opportunities, you know? And if it didn't work for you, I'm sorry, but this ain't about the fair business, you know? This ain't about, like, you get a sketch on because, you know, it's like whoever participated It's a participation trophy, and that ain't it.
So,
and
so are you saying if Lorne Michaels was totally dead face in a reading and was like, I don't think this is funny, but everyone else laughed, he'd be like, all right, let's put it through?
Yeah, he would, absolutely.
Okay, nice. So I feel like that kind of, there's a myth about him where he's like, you can never crack him, and getting him to laugh is so hard.
No, he's an easy laugh. He's a very generous laugh guy. I shouldn't say easy, but if you know way to get to him, I've been a whore where I wrote stuff I knew he would laugh at.
Right,
Yeah.
You know? And that ain't good either, because you want to not just get like a showbiz kind of laugh, because there's stuff that they can make him explode with laughter.
Right.
Yeah.
I've made him violently laugh. And I've made him not laugh, but everybody else was laughing. He said, Rob's got a good one.
What was the easiest way to get to him? What were like his comedy hotspots that you knew that you could push?
Some inside baseball shit, like I did a joke one time. I knew I was going to get him a laugh where I talked about like it was some TV talk show that some guy who was a hack. I'm not going to mention, but who had a show, and they were having trouble getting guests was the sketch. And I said the line, do they know that we shoot during the day? And he was like, bah! Because it's like an availability thing. And that's a problem that he has, the availability to getting movie stars or TV stars or getting Mick Jagger to come and tell Mick it's early dinner, that kind of shit. So I just knew that I rolled the dice, and it was an easy one for me on that one. But that didn't help me. You know what I'm saying? In that point, sometimes it's like, okay, I know I get a cheap laugh here, but how does the rest of the sketch add up?
Right.
But it is what it is. And the longer I was just talking to Dennis Miller like a couple of days ago about this over the weekend, and we were saying, man, how amazing was that? And I remember I ran into Eddie Murphy 2 summers ago, and Eddie's idea was, what he said was like, look, I couldn't wait to get out of there, and I didn't realize the best time I ever had in my life was there,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's true. And it is true.
Are you happy that you were on SNL during a time when no one had cell phones, so the after parties were extra fun? Because that's also part of it, is like being SNL fans, you
it's
think
so
about
funny.
the after party.
No one's ever been as blunt with me as that. But but no, you're 1,000% right. Because I remember going to it's a 100-hour work week. If you did it right, and if you were a young guy and you want to take advantage of a situation, I loved it. I loved that being there, and I like writing and having somebody go, get you a sandwich at 2 a.m. and there are people were dying to get a job there, and so you had people who literally would research stuff for you and get you whatever and the stuff, and it was like fun.
Right.
And I remember one of the guys who was one of the writer's assistants is now the GM for a local TV place in Ohio. Every time if I'm doing stand-up there, he says, come on, man. And he shows me pictures of me and Chris Farley and David Spade and Adam Sandler. And he's got these little, Polaroids of it, And so it was the grace. But what was your question? I'm sorry.
The after parties. How sick were those?
Oh, yeah. So here's what happened. I would, you're wiped out at the end of the week, and you're exhausted, and you're like, I remember at the I'm Asian, so it doesn't go 100%, but I remember I would be tired by 9 o'clock, but by 10:30, but by 11:30 the show, my eyes would be almost slits, would be closed because I was that exhausted, because it's like the end of a 100-hour week, and you got to peak at the end of the 100 hours, not 50 or 60 or 70 hours. So after the show, you can't wait to just let your hair down, go to a party, and just relax. And I remember somebody took a picture of me. This is before the cell phone stuff. And they had me sign it the next week, and I'm literally like this. Just blitzed.
Yeah.
And then we're like, fuck, I better sober up or something,
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to do something to wake up from that.
But it's like a combination of, you're exhausted and you're having a few drinks and you're letting your hair down. And is this the last week I'm going to be in show business?
Yeah.
Maybe one more week. You never know.
And you're with a bunch of very funny people, which I'm sure are a good hang at a bar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I got to tell you, Farley, Spade, Sandler, Rock. There's just, it's an insane amount of funny people.
Yeah. Right.
And they're incredibly funny. And then like a guy, like no one can compete with Farley because no one's willing to hurt themselves and like he is, you know?
Yeah. Right.
But like, and then, you know, the easiest giggle in the room is Sandler. Sandler's always giggling at whatever Farley does. So Farley's going to take it to another level. And then Spade was always commenting and doing the opposite of that. And so it was just and then the guy who had the right take on everything was always Chris Rock. I mean, he just has a handle on human behavior and just reads things. He's a beautiful guy, beautiful, brilliant.
Was there a certain host that came in and you guys went out with him on Saturday after the show was over and you're like, God, I hope that guy never hosts again because I stayed out until 7:30.
I never talk about that. I never really worry about it because, you know, show business is like you can have somebody having a bad day and that doesn't necessarily represent who they are.
No, I meant the other way.
You could have somebody
you had so much fun with them at the
You could have somebody have a
party.
bad week. I mean, you could have somebody have a bad week. I remember hosts who didn't like us. I remember like a guy I loved and he hated us. Hated us.
Tom Hanks.
No, Hanks was lovely. He was always beautiful.
But was there a guy that was like so much fun to hang out with after the show that you were like bent up for a few days and you're like, man, if that guy ever comes back, I'm probably going to die in the after party?
Well, I mean, he wasn't like heavy partying, but like you could tell he wanted to. Was John Goodman. John Goodman's like, oh, I wish I could go off right now. These are the guys I would do that with.
Yeah.
He seems like he can put a few away.
He's one of those guys who's, you know, an all-timer. You know, it's just a great guy, great actor, a great comedian, a great timing, great dramatic actor, and just an incredible guy. It's just like you're drawn to people like that. Hanks was the same way. Yeah. Alec Baldwin is just the same way. We're just, you know, there was an edge to Alec Baldwin because, you know, just having that many brothers, you know, he's always looking for somebody who's going to punch me in the face, who's going to take my sandwich, who's going to, you know, and but just a great guy and a brilliant actor and can do anything and was fearless and just was as comfortable with comedy and dumping himself in the middle of some silly sketch and without bringing any baggage of a really terrific dramatic actor. And I would admire him to this day for that.
Do you know that you are part of a conspiracy theory online?
Probably.
Mm-hmm. So our colleague Nick wrote a blog titled Rob Schneider, a harbinger of disaster. So apparently every time you have a new movie out, a big oil spill happens within a week of that movie.
I can't say. I mean, I think you can kind of. There's usually some kind of oil spill or something happening any time anyway.
That's somewhat shocking, true, though. It's shocking. Deuce Bigalow, December 10th, 1999. MV Erica tanker spill, December 11th, 1999.
Yeah, but is it? If it's in the same place, I'll agree with you.
Okay. Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo, August 12th, 2005. Hurricane Katrina spill reaches shore August 5th through 15th, 2005.
Yeah, but you can't say no.
I don't know.
No. Hey, no, you're saying spill. That means no. The spill reached. It's not the same time as an ocean thing.
Grown Ups, June 25th,
you gotta
2010.
Give me that.
Deepwater Horizon vessel disconnect, June 25th, 2010.
Wow.
Rob, the facts add up.
That's not. You can't. That's
Stop
not my movie.
Stop making movies and dropping oil everywhere.
That's Adam Sandler's movie. You can't connect. That's a bit of a stretch. I will say though that like, you know, the bloggers and those guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
familiar.
Like once you realize like the pressure that they're under, you go like, God, I hope they can come up with something like that. They got to sell like 12 articles to like still live in their mother's basement.
Yep, they're losers.
I mean? Listen, you have not.
I'm not saying they're losers.
No, you're not saying they're losers.
Was a hectic schedule
until
you've blogged 9 to 5.
What do you really think about bloggers? We're in the trust tree. We don't even know any bloggers.
I just think they got a scam going. I don't know how good of a scam is, but I get it. It's tough for everybody out there, especially now. So whatever thing they could try to, if they can correlate me to some whatever natural disaster or a man-made disaster and make $100 out of it, which is probably all that article paid.
Yep.
God bless
less, way less.
Way less.
Or
then
you can be part of the solution, Rob. Maybe every time you make a movie, you go show up on a beach somewhere wearing like a parka and just like with a toothpaste and a toothbrush, just like clean up a seal.
Yeah.
I think you're right. If that article was big enough, I would consider it. But I don't know how many eyeballs that got.
How many comments did it? How many comments are under there?
Yeah,
at
he's
least
kind of
11.
a loser anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of Deuce Bigalow, what came
Yes, sir.
first? The name Deuce Bigalow or the occupation male gigolo?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. The original title was called Deuce Baggio Male Prostitute. And I remember the head of the studio at the time, Joe Roth, said to me at one of those Disney parties, he said, "Come here, Rob, come here. Hey, if you think I'm going to spend $12 million to make a movie called Douchebag, you got a fucking real problem. Go change that goddamn name, all right? Okay. Hey, Steve." Very quick conversation. I went right to my little Hollywood Hills. I just thought it was funny. I honestly, was amazed that they were even going to make this little movie. Thank God, my buddy Adam Sandler decided to start producing movies other than his own. That was the first one he did. And I went up to my little Hollywood Hills house and jumped in the pool, and I said, "I better come up with another name." And so I was just, you're thinking like Ace Ventura, like I will Deuce, that wasn't much. Deuce Bigelow, whatever, I just thought there wasn't much thought into it. It was just, very silly comedy that I don't know if they'd even make today. Yeah. But silly's king. If you make a silly movie, make people die laughing, they'll never forget it. And I went to the theater when that came out, when we were doing the previews, and like people were dying laughing. And that was like I said, I think we might have a hit here. Maybe this will work,
Yeah.
And it's a process that you go through, and it's hard. It's the hardest thing in all show business is to get a movie made.
Now, do you usually go to the theaters and watch your own movies like in an audience?
I felt weird about it, but then at the same time, it's not like I'm a stand-up. I want to see that reaction. I spent a year of my life on that movie. A year and 3 months, I was like writing it and then like editing it, making it, rewriting it, rewrite 17 drafts or whatever. And then, you film it, which was a blast. Then you edit it, then you screen it, and then you make some little trims in it, and you mix it, which is also fun. And, and then you put it out there. So you want to sneak in opening night in the back of the theater, see if they're laughing, see if their people are in the seats too. And I remember once as I was out someplace with Adam Sandler and his buddy Quentin Tarantino was there.
Oh, yeah,
and,
his buddy.
And I remember, he was in Little Nicky with Adam, and I think some.
That's where I know him from.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
That.
I couldn't place it.
Yeah, and so I said, yeah. He said, he was like, "Hey, congrats on the movie, man! Congrats, really funny, man, really funny." And I said, "Yeah." I said, it's kind of embarrassing to admit, but like I would go and I was just at the theaters, I had to sit in the back and watch the reaction. He said, "It's kind of embarrassing to me." What do you mean it's not embarrassing, man? When I have a movie come out, I go and I sit from like noon till fucking midnight. I'm there for every show. That's what I make it for, man. It's for the people. I want to see their reaction. I want to see if the stuff is in my head, if that works. What else am I getting about? Holy shit, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That's what's fun.
I feel like that's what Quentin Tarantino would do anyways, just spend all day, every day inside a movie theater.
And Deuce Bigalow made $92 million. Was that the moment where you're like, America's fucked?
You mean, well, what do you mean? In what sense?
Just Deuce Bigalow, was that big of a success? Like, wow. And like you said, it's a silly kind of comedy. It's
I wouldn't say America's fucked because of that. I wouldn't describe it that way.
Well, the oil tank too.
Okay.
That correlates with it.
The thing to me, I didn't understand what the numbers were that meant hit.
Right.
It made more money than Mission Impossible did in DVDs, which ended up being, that's when DVDs kind of first really, really took over from videos. So I didn't know that was like a gigantic fucking deal, but it was the second most profitable movie, the second most highest grossing DVD next to only slightly below, like a few $100,000 below like Green Mile. So it was like Green Mile, Deuce Bigelow, Mission Impossible. It's like, holy shit. So that was gigantic. So at that time I could do anything I wanted. It was like the wide open. I was, it was more money than like, my dad was just like stunned by how much money I started making. And, and at the end of the day, it's really, the guys who make the decisions in Hollywood, it's about like not what they think is the best movie or not what they're excited to produce or put their name on. It's like every executive knows they're going to get fired sooner than later. And so they make decisions on what will delay my inevitable firing the longest. And so what they do is they just like, well, whatever's a hit or a hot, that has a chance to be a hit, I want to put my name on that. And that's why they want to make like $200, $300 million movies if they can, because they know the studio has to push that through, and right. So if that goes down, everybody goes down. So it's just like this stuff that you don't realize when you're just, making a little $12 million movie that in hindsight you wish you did know, but you're going to learn sooner or later.
Okay.
So it's been a fun ride. And, getting a chance to still to do it is it's unbelievable.
So I have one last question. It's the MeUndies soft question of the day. Go to MeUndies.com/PMT to get 15% off your first purchase. Speaking of movies and making movies, we have a movie for you.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it already? I mean, I assume that
Adam
has
Sandler
probably
is
brought it up.
involved. David Spade's involved. Ever heard of these guys?
Zac
Yeah.
Efron.
Yep.
He's a yes.
It's called Boner Dogs. Done.
Okay, you're in.
We don't have to pitch you.
I've
You're in.
I've got a role for you.
Yeah, you're in.
And as we said, Adam is executive producing it. We've got a cast lined up for it. You are the one like missing piece of like the Sandler Hollywood mafia that we need to be attached to this. I would like you to play the Catahoula dog, which is like a New Orleans swamp dog. And he's a sled dog, and one of the dogs gets a boner, and then the dog doesn't know what to do with its boner, and then you say, do you know what you say as the Cajun dog?
No. What?
Think back to the water boy.
Fix your own problem. Get that away from me.
Yeah.
That is not my issue.
Or just you
I'm
can do
going
it.
back in the swamp until that goes back down.
There you go. Okay, well, you just read for it.
Yeah, perfect. We're going to put that in.
We've
Thank
got our
you.
casting director.
We'll send you a
She's
check.
saying yes.
Uh-huh.
I get it. No. I totally. I see what market you're going for, and it's a wide one.
So are you in? That's in. Yeah, you're in.
Totally. I got your back.
Okay.
I mean, I sense a little bit of apprehension.
But legally,
but what's
he
going
said
to
the
happen
words.
is I don't think you realize this. Like, Adam's going to come to you in like 3 years and be like, hey, I got this new movie I just bought the rights to. It's called Boner Dogs. And you're going to be like, I'm in.
Yes. Well, you know, with a name like that, you got to go with what gets the kids.
Yeah.
It's not us.
Nope.
If you guys are over 30, you're no longer your audience anymore.
I look like
you
I'm
got to
12,
go with
though.
the 14-year-olds.
Yeah. So
No. You can tell your body language. You're in your 30s. It's all right.
just like a hunch of the blogging
The fuck
posture.
does that mean?
Yeah.
Is that another blogger joke?
Yeah, it sure is.
No. Just starting to get to the point in your life, like, maybe everything isn't going to work out.
Yep, that's true. Been there.
I
You know
like
what I
that.
mean?
That's a comfortable place to be.
That's where you want to be, man. You got to let go at that point, man. You don't hold on to these unrealistic dreams.
Yeah.
You're in it now, man. You're part of the whole wheel that's turned. But, yeah.
You're in.
Okay, you're in. You're actually going.
Perfect.
There's going to be like a 15-year-old kid that comes up to you in the supermarket and is like, "Rob, you're going to be in Boner Dogs," and at that point, you'll believe. Trust me, it will happen to you.
And I got a payment for you.
Hey, listen. Hey, I got to tell you, I think Seth Rogen made that movie already.
No,
did he?
Made the.
I think he did.
He
He
might
just
have.
made a movie about a pickle guy.
No, that
That's
was
different.
Yeah, that
No,
was Boner
no.
Logs.
What about all the food,
That was
all
a
the hot
boner
dogs
that
that
smoked
were-
weed?
Sausage Party.
Sausage Party, yeah.
Not familiar.
I think I don't want to get sued by Seth Rogen, so now I'm out.
He's
Wait.
Canadian. He can't
No,
do
you
shit.
didn't let me tell you what we're in lieu of payment.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the Rob Schneider oil spill blog deleted from the internet.
You can't, man. When it's on the internet, it's there forever. It's gone, man. People know.
Just
somebody's
apologize for the oil spills. That's all we want.
Somebody's going to take that shit, and they're going to already take pictures of it and screenshots. It's there forever, man. The internet don't go away, man.
It's true.
Take that with you.
Oh, man. All right, well, Rob, thank you so much. Everyone check out.
Thank you. I love your set. You got the best name in the whole podcast industry.
Oh,
Thank you. Appreciate
do you
it.
say that to every
Dude,
podcast you
Pardon
go
my
on?
take.
No, because they don't have some respectable looking set like you have there.
Yeah, you see
like
the
that
bench
bench
press?
press?
You've probably never seen one of
Yes.
these in your life.
How much you bench?
Well, it's not about how much you do. It's if you get off your ass and do it. That's a nice piece of equipment. We're just about to buy that for the mansion here.
Ooh,
My wife wants one.
Nice.
The manor.
Sick flex.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
No, I know. I sold one. I had one similar to that, a little bit more upscale, but
Oh.
it slid and then stopped. You know, that one of those things.
Yeah.
But I wasn't using it.
Oh,
enough,
you're
you
talking
know?
about the ones where it goes in the thing so you can't hurt
Yeah.
yourself?
Oh, a Smith
that's,
machine.
That's a beta machine.
Yeah, that
you
that
don't
doesn't
want
work
raw,
out.
You
the
don't know what raw
stabilizing
power
muscles.
feels like.
I don't want to know what raw power feels
Right,
like.
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't want to know.
Right,
I
exactly.
can afford not to know.
Correct. Right.
Spend the extra couple, 250, and get the thing that kind of locks for you.
Who's the
just in
blogger
case.
here with the fucking – you're benching with the guards? Jesus,
Yeah,
man.
buddy. No. You're going to want to go there. You talk to me right now. In 5 years, you're going to get that right back there behind you.
Twisted steel.
And then you'll know.
Okay.
Then you'll say,
like taking a shower with a
Rob
raincoat
was
on.
right.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Rob,
I bet you have sex with condoms.
you should take that boner dog money of yours when you get it and invest in some real workout equipment behind you. Save your boner dog money. Don't blow it away.
Oh,
on
no.
cheap-
No, we're blowing that on the
that's
stupidest shit
all
possible.
going to be blown.
It is impressive to have, like, I like that you got the 25s. You could have easily put the 45s up there.
No, we were
25s
honest.
up
Yeah.
That's actually 10s
They're
up there.
tens.
Yeah.
They just look. These are like the CrossFit weights. So this is what Billy bench presses. He's
Sounds like your
trainer.
trainer's been lying to you if you think these are 25s.
Are those 10s?
These are
Seriously?
Yeah, these are 10s. Your trainer's
Oh, my
been lying
goodness.
to
But
you.
I curl it with one arm.
Been like,
so-
Rob,
Is it-
you're benching so much these days.
Is it the sand 10s or is it like the metal 10s?
no, it's sand. Yeah. That's composite.
Oh, you are a weightlifter.
Nice lightweight stuff.
Damn.
Bumpers. They're bumpers.
Well, if you
though,
get the
for
plates,
Olympic lifts.
if you look, it's closer. If the plates, it's closer to the 25 size. You know.
Yeah. That is
I
true.
did have
Sand
one
bullshit.
last question for you. Last
Yes, sir.
question.
What can I do for you?
You've been in 3 of the best football movies of all time. Did you know that?
I don't know. The Waterboy's pretty damn
The
good.
Waterboy, The Longest Yard, the remake, and Necessary Roughness.
Well, I gotta say, like, I love Adam Sandler. He's my pal forever. I just showed up to say hi. The next thing I know, I just got back from doing a movie in Europe. I come back to say hi. The next thing I know, I'm in the Mexican gang saying "gang bang in the showers," which we had to loop into free showers or whatever it was, like group hugs in the showers, you know. But that's what happens if you show up on the movie set and say hi. The next thing you know, you'll be in the movie, the Mexican gang. But yeah, I think the original. When I was a kid, that's the greatest sports movie. Burt Reynolds was the coolest guy, and to be on the set with Burt Reynolds was unbelievable. Because that as a kid growing up, that was the coolest guy. We didn't have Marlon Brando growing up. We didn't. The guy for us was Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
That was the coolest. So when Burt Reynolds was a guy playing in a football movie, you believed like that is the quarterback.
Right.
There's no doubt.
Right.
That movie to me is just like if you're 11 and you see The Longest Yard, it's the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life. And so that was to be on the set and see the remake of that with Adam playing that part and to have like Burt Reynolds there was like one of the most unbelievable things ever.
Yeah, we just got to start showing up onto movie sets and getting offered these gigs as the prison rapist.
Hey, thank you, baby. So, but I wish you guys the best and continued success for you. And whatever, if you want to use composite or if you want to use the plates, if you want to step it up, I'm just going to support you, whatever you guys do.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, we'll
appreciate
talk to you soon when we start Boner Dogs. So
All right.
you
I wish
laugh,
the best.
but we're
Yep.
definitely going to make it, and you're definitely going to
Do
be in
it.
it, dude.
And your payment is going to
You're
be
gonna
a
be in
real
it.
man's weight set.
Like you're
Dude,
actually
I'm-
going to be in this movie.
I made a movie called The Animal, so don't worry about it. Man.
Yeah,
It
that's
ain't
right.
about- It ain't about the title, man. It's what's behind the title. You know what I'm saying? Keep it out there, boys.
All right.
All right,
wish you the
thanks so
best.
much, Rob.
Thanks for letting me plug my comedy special, Asian Mama, Mexican Kids, and it's on Netflix streaming worldwide now, and it was a lot of fun to do, and that's where I started, and I wanted to like a testament, a record of me doing stand-up, because that's where I started. Most people don't even know that I did it, and so thank you for helping me promote it.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, check it out.
Thanks so
And
much,
I
Rob.
hope your chin heals.
Take care.
Yes.
All right.
Good luck
See
on
you,
the
Henry.
chin.
See you. Thank you.
All right, see ya.
All right, buddy.
Later. That interview with Rob Schneider was brought to you by our good friends over at 3Chi. 3Chi is the leader in hemp-derived cannabinoid products. They sell a range of hemp products. They've got CBD, CBN, CBG, and CBC vapes, lotions, and tinctures. All their products are formulated by a biochemist. They're made in the USA with USA-grown hemp. They've got products that are the strongest hemp products on the marketplace because they use more cannabinoids than just CBD to help you achieve the effects that you're looking for, including that CBN, that CBC, and the CBG. 3 Cheese got products designed specifically to calm you, help you focus, make you happy, help you sleep, and soothe your aches and pains. Hank, you should just rub a bunch of 3 Cheese all over your side. Just sleep on your side, just on a mattress made of 3 Cheese. Wonderful hemp. They'll suit you right up. Go to 3chi.com. That's number 3, CHI.com, to shop for 3 Cheese CBD, CBG, and CBN tinctures, their vapes, and their lotions. Use promo code PMT at checkout. They're going to give you 5% off your order. That's promo code PMT at checkout. 5% off your order. You have to be 18 to purchase. Once again, that's 3, the number 3, CHI.com. Tell them that Part of My Take sent you. And now, here's Timm Woods.
Okay, it is that time again. We have our very, very good friend Timm Woods back in studio.
How's it going? Good to be here.
It's great to have you, Tim. We are going to continue our Dungeons & Dragons quest. We also have a little wrinkle this time. We have the ping pong lottery machine set up with numbers 1 through 20. So if you're watching this after the fact, you also get I think we're going to have the camera on it for all the rolls as well. So it should be very, very exciting. I actually don't know how it's going to affect this game because it's
going to
more
be crazy.
random.
So I feel like when I roll the dice, I'm more likely to get like a 15 through 20.
Correct.
When I'm doing this, I might get like a 2 or 3.
I got hot last game.
Yeah,
Remember I had
exactly.
like 3 20s? I actually, Tim, someone... There was like, you don't know how long I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons. I've never had 3 20s in a game. I was like, yeah.
We have had some amazing swings of luck, and I have to say I'm very excited to see this new dice tower in action because I don't think I've ever worked with such a cool D20 before. I think this one feels charged with good luck.
So would you say that like everyone in the Dungeons & Dragons community is going to look at us and be like, damn, these guys are cool?
I think that there's a lot of competition for cool dice towers, and I think right now we've got the coolest one right now. That's what I would say.
You know what we should do? We should like paint it so it looks like a dragon egg.
We could. We got this whole front. All right, so Tim,
Mad Max style.
Yeah, let's recap where we're at.
Absolutely.
So people can know where we're picking up our story, and then we'll get into it.
For sure. So we had last left our group of heroes when they had been delving into the cave of a dragon cult, where it seems like they had been using this cave as their headquarters, and while kind of dungeon delving into here to defeat some of the cultists and fight some of their monster minions, we had discovered that they had been expecting us and had prepared an ambush for us from none other than our own Berserker Billy, who had been raised from the dead. We defeated him once more, a second time,
right?
and after he got slain by the Warlock Erlich, dealing the final blow once more, we are now left pretty much safe in this dungeon right now, having just defeated Berserker Billy, but also gotten a bunch of guard drakes on our side. The cult has all these guard drakes locked up in a cage nearby, and right now they are howling the praises of Norm the Barbarian.
Probably off key, though.
A little bit. Courtesy of the bard who convinced them. Wayne had convinced them to join our side, I believe.
Okay.
And we did also find out at the very end of last session that this cave isn't just a headquarters for this cult. We think it is also a hatchery of some kind, and it is maybe where they are keeping some dragon eggs that at the very least are highly valuable in the world of D&D, regardless of whatever else we could maybe do with dragon eggs in our hand.
I have a quick question.
Absolutely.
Not to get too into, throwback to Game of Thrones, but how does a dragon hatching work in terms of, like, in Game of Thrones you have to be, mother of dragons in the fire? Like, is there a similar setup with that, or like, can we just get an egg and it hatches?
There would be definitely a similar setup, and I would say a fire dragon, like a red dragon, would be very similar to Game of Thrones. But there are many different dragons in the world of D&D, so it depends on the egg and how much you know about that particular kind of dragon. So we would have to see what eggs are there, and then we would be able to know at that point.
It sounds like we want to take these eggs.
I mean, he keeps gassing up the eggs. If nothing else, I feel like we could crack the eggs open and make some serious omelets and get some gains.
True.
Heck of an omelet.
Yeah. Now, are the eggs, are they like in the embryo stage? If we were to come across an egg, are there different stages of egg development?
In theory, there would be many different stages of egg development, and depending on how good we do on knowledge checks, our wizard might be the expert here for figuring out, okay, how do we maybe help this egg grow to its full power and hatch quickly?
Egg.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's try to find these eggs.
Absolutely.
Whose turn is it?
I'm going to let us know that right now we're going to be starting with Cake's turn, then Ehrlich, Wayne, and Norm next. In theory, we're keeping the same initiative order right now, but I also do want to say that right now we are all in luck because we were pretty badly injured, or if we weren't injured, we had maybe some spell slots that we had used up in the case of the wizard. But right now, after defeating Berserker Billy, especially because it was the Warlock Ehrlich who defeated this demonic creature once more, I would say there's a surge of energy that fills all of us up, and we are back up to full hit points and full spell slots as though we had gotten a full rest right now. In addition, all of our characters were level 2, and after defeating Berserker Billy, that levels us up to level 3.
Let's go.
So we have a lot more hit points than we had just a moment ago. And we each gain kind of one little ability. I'll just let us know real quick. Wayne, you now have the spell Invisibility. You can turn yourself invisible when you want, and that's very useful for sneaking around and doing stuff like that. Norm the Barbarian, you now have the Berserker Rage ability where you can now swing 2 times, just like Berserker Billy used to be able to do, except you can do it every turn as much as you want.
Just to clarify, I'm stronger than Billy. I now have the only thing that he brought to the table, and he's still very much dead.
And he's still very much dead right now.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that was all clear.
Absolutely, and you are now a Berserker Barbarian with a lot of hit points. And Ehrlich, you are maybe gaining my favorite level 3 ability, which is where Warlocks really start to flourish, is at level 3, because you are now a Pact of the Chain Warlock, and that means you have summoned and bound a little demon who sits on your shoulder and does your bidding. This demon has a little scorpion tail that can sting people for a ton of poison damage, and they can turn themselves invisible or into a bird or a bat or a spider or something like that.
So should we name
You
my
can
demon?
Absolutely. I would love to know. You can take your time on it, or you can let me know
when it gets to my turn. I'll get a name for it.
100%. I'm very excited to hear about your demon then. And it is specifically a type of demon known as an imp, technically a devil type.
It's just anytime you
creature.
talk to him before 11 a.m. That's what Hank is right now.
Absolutely. And in theory, then, that is all kind of our... Well, Cake, you in theory gain a bunch of second-level spells, but I'm going to kind of see what you want to do in any given situation, because you have so many options. I'm just going to go over... Wizards have so many different spells they can choose from. We'll see what you want to cast in a given circumstance, but you will have new spells that you have access to. But at the moment, we are in a cave that seems to have 2 exits, besides the way we just came from, which was back to the fungi pit. There's 2 different ways to go. We don't know which way leads to the dragon eggs, but then next to us to the north, there's also the caged off area where the hounds, the guard drakes, are all locked up. These lizard-like creatures with horns in the center of their head. What would you like to do right now? You could scout ahead in one direction, or
what do you guys think? It's like a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, the road less traveled seems like it might be the better option because people aren't just walking in and out of the hatchery willy-nilly.
Well, everyone zigs, we'll zag.
Absolutely. So you got kind of a left tunnel and a right tunnel. You don't know which way is going to the eggs. Which way do you want to go, left or right?
I'm a lefty. I gotta go left.
Absolutely. Love it. So I'm going to tell you, as you go left, you are coming to a cave that looks like a dead end, and you don't see any eggs immediately, but you see boxes of supplies in the corner. It looks like food stuff has been piled up here. And then on the other side of the room, there is some kind of pile of rags that's been tossed here with a creature that is asleep, it seems, on that pile of rags. It is a big creature that is chained to the wall right now, and you immediately don't even need to make a check to know what this thing is. It has the wings and front body of an eagle, but its back body is a lion, and this, is a griffin. This is a flying mythical creature, but it looks like it is chained to this wall right now, and by all accounts a prisoner of this cult at the moment. And you see this griffin hasn't woken up or anything. You can do whatever you like.
I think the griffin... I mean, the only...
Why are we going to kill the griffin? A griffin could be a very powerful ally. Oh, fuck it?
No. Didn't you hear about the rags on a period?
Oh, true.
It's also asleep, so you have to ask it first.
Can't get pregnant.
Come on. Hank wants to rape a griffin on his period.
Time out, Hank. Time out.
Hank.
Relax.
The demon's coming out a little early, Hank.
You're playing the role of Billy today.
So the Griffin, it seems like this could go a few different ways, but I don't think it's that. We've already taken down a dragon. We can handle a Griffin.
Griffin's not a tough enemy.
We could also become friends with it and have it join our squad. Like, who doesn't want a
Yeah,
half eagle,
I'm
half
not
lion on their
intimidated.
team?
Let's see what the Griffin has in store.
Is the Griffin? You said that there were rags. Is it healthy?
It does not look healthy in the sense that it looks like it's been chained here for a long
Is it
time
PFD
and
healer?
is being beaten occasionally.
It's a Robert
maybe.
Griffin. It sounds like. Can I? Yeah. You want to check in on it?
Yeah, let's see the health. Let's do a health check.
Absolutely. Go ahead and
Open
roll a
in blue
medicine
medical
check on
tent.
that.
All right.
Absolutely. You can roll yeah. Okay, our first roll. Very exciting. Oh no!
4.
I like the die better.
Fortunately, with a 4, well, you do have a +3 on this, so you got a 7 total. And with a 7, you go to check on the Griffin, and it almost like reaches over and snaps at you, but it realizes at the last moment and freezes. And then, in the common tongue, says to you, "Well, you don't seem like a cultist. Who are you?" And it seems like they're awake. They are awake now. You thought they were unconscious, but it turns out they were
I'm
just
Cake
resting.
the Wizard.
Cake the Wizard? You don't seem like one of the cultists, Cake the Wizard. What are you doing here? How did you get here?
I'm here to help you. I'm not here to intimidate you.
You're here to help? Well,
Yeah.
unchain me from this wall then. Help me help you. Are you trying to get out of here, or what are you doing?
We want your help to get to the dragon eggs.
Dragon eggs? You're going after the eggs? Bold move, but I approve. I'll help you if you unchain me from the wall. And then kind of gestures at the chain, which is kind of embedded into the wall by a rusty spike that's kind of hammered into the wall. The Griffin says, I've been trying a few times, but I haven't pulled myself free. Now, you could try your strength, but your strength is not great.
Can my teammate tag in for me? Isn't Big Cat really strong?
Absolutely.
I'm strong.
I would let you have Norm tag in right now on your turn to do your action in that case. If it's the two of you working together, actually, then you can both roll. You can roll 2 times, one for each of you. He's helping you right now. So
All right, you roll a die, and I'll hit the.
I just like to say ahead of time, like I'm in favor of going forward down this path, but just keep an eye because this Griffin seems like he was a little too eager for us to let him out. You know?
You think he's setting us up?
I question his motives, but that's fine. I think we can kill him if we need to.
Jake's gonna roll. I'm gonna do the ping
This
pong.
is going to be your strength check, and then this is Norm helping you on the ping pong.
8.
8? Okay. You're loosening it up. You're loosening it up for him. Technically, that's a 7 total, though. You have a -1.
Oh, it didn't go up. It didn't go
stop.
up. It didn't go up. That doesn't count. It was going to be an 8, but it doesn't count.
Doesn't count if it doesn't emerge yet.
Gotta emerge. I feel like this is gonna be a 20.
This has an extra element of maybe it could be a 20, and then it falls back down.
I feel like it's gonna be a 20. I've been on a hot streak. Oh!
It's an 8.
Ball don't lie.
Okay.
It's an 8.
It's an 8, but with a +5 total for you, Norm. You are getting it done, and you are able to yank the chain out of the wall. The Griffin still has the chain around his neck, but it is now free from the wall, and he whips the chain around. All right, let's go. Let's. Oh, you're going for the eggs, not getting out of here? All right, I'll come with you. Let's go. And he's very excited to join us, it seems.
Okay.
Absolutely. And, Cake, you can do whatever else you want. You could also roll an insight check on this Griffin if you feel like you don't trust him.
I trust him.
Absolutely. I love it. Fantastic, Cake. Then you have
You have a lot to learn about journalism.
the Griffin. And at this point, Ehrlich, we would be up to you next. It seems like we found to the left was a dead end that we just freed a Griffin from. And there's a way to go to the right. But we've also got these chained up Drakes who might join us if we free them as well now.
So should I roll?
Absolutely. You
You
can do
wanna roll
whatever
or you
you
wanna
like.
go lotto?
In theory, you
I'll
also...
roll.
Yeah.
All right, let's go lotto with only big ones.
In theory, what?
In theory, you can go to the right is the one way we haven't explored yet, unless you want to do something with the Drakes, who are currently still chained up at the moment. Not chained up, but locked up.
The Drakes are our enemies, though,
They
correct?
were our enemies until we got a critical hit convincing them to think Norm the Barbarian is just the coolest.
So should we do what we did with the Griffin and free the Drakes and then strengthen numbers and just go down and fuck up
Nice.
these dragons?
Squad.
You could if you wish, absolutely.
But what are the chances that the Drakes turn on us?
right now it seems like they're going to help us as long as they get to attack somebody who is our enemy. Once they run out of enemies, then they might start getting bored, but we did get a critical hit. It was a pretty good roll.
You remember once we start to lose, the drakes quickly lose interest in following you.
And we don't know what else is down the cave. Like,
Anything
do
could
we
be down
need
that
strength in
right-hand
numbers?
side.
What do you guys think? I don't know.
It's your role, dude.
I don't necessarily trust the drakes.
I don't
fully.
trust the drakes either.
I feel like
and we already have the
They're
griffin.
little
with
Yeah.
pieces,
I
though.
already got
We
the
could
Griffin.
fuck them up.
We
I'll
got the
fuck them up.
Griffin.
I have Berserker now.
Can we kill one of them just to show them we mean business and then free the rest?
You absolutely could. If you they're caged up right now. I'd say if you Eldritch Blast one of them right now, I'll let you make an Intimidate check to see if the others all fall in line.
All right, let's do that.
You have a
All
plus
right, so
5
we're
on
gonna roll.
Intimidate.
We'll just use a lotto machine for big rolls.
Yeah.
Kai, use
for
it.
big
I don't have
things.
the dice.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Let me. Oh. And you'll have a plus 5 on this, so you got good bonuses going.
16.
16,
Nice, good job.
absolutely. With a plus 5, that's a 21. You absolutely smash one of the drakes in the face, and all of them now. There are 4 drakes who want to follow you now and are admiring Norm, but are terrified of Erlich the Warlock and will not disobey him, you think.
So we got a squad. We got a griffin. We got 5 drakes. Anything else?
4 drakes.
Four
We
drakes.
got
Anything
4
else?
Yeah,
drakes
Hank
now, a
killed one of
griffin,
them.
and all of our teammates. You're also welcome to use your move to try to pick the lock to free them if that's what you want to do, unless you just want to use a spell to blast that open. Eldritch Blast, in theory, could knock their cage open, potentially.
Pick that lock.
Yeah, let's pick the lock.
Pick the lock.
We've Eldritch
Butter knife
blasted
it.
them. Yeah, we've Eldritch
Absolutely.
blasted them to show them we mean business, and now we can show them, we're not going to blast our way out. We can free you.
You got a plus 2 on this dexterity check.
3.
12, that was a 3? Ooh, I'm sorry to say. A 5 total. You are trying to pick the lock right now. One of the drakes jumps up to the door and starts shaking it, and it's making it harder for you to pick it right now. She's like a big dog just getting too excited to go for a walk right now. But you are definitely getting it a little bit more open, and maybe we will see on Wayne's turn now. Actually, the griffin catches up to us and gets ready to attack whoever might come up and try to attack us, but right now he's just looking at the drakes like, I don't know if I like this or not.
Okay.
He raises one eyebrow.
I want to use my invisibility.
Absolutely, you can
It's
activate
a
your
new toy.
invisibility
I wanna
right
do
now.
that.
It's a new toy.
What can I do with my
Can
invisibility?
you use it to go inside the cage and open it from the inside?
Or I can, I could just do that. I don't have to be invisible to do that. But maybe I get invisible, I go inside the cage, and then you guys go hunting for the eggs, and I can tell you what the drakes are actually saying if they're trustworthy. They don't know I'm there.
What you could do right now is you could turn invisible, then you could slip through the bars, try to get into the cage, and go right up to the drakes where they're kind of right next to each other, where they could be whispering to each other, and I'd let you eavesdrop on their conversations.
That's what I
want to
do. I want to eavesdrop on the drakes.
Absolutely. So you turn yourself invisible. I'll let you wiggle through the bars, no problem. And as you climb down into this kind of pit area that they're in, they have the ability to mutter to each other. I know that you speak a little bit of the draconic tongue, and that is the language they are kind of grunting to each other. And make a perception check now, and you get to roll 2 times because you're right next to them to see if you hear them say anything.
Okay, perception check. 10.
10. And roll one more time to see if you do any better.
19.
19.
There we go.
You
Very
absolutely
perceptive.
hear all of these drakes who are talking to each other are muttering in Draconic how they think that the strong one is really cool, but the little one, be careful, because the gnome, that one is actually quite powerful, and we think he can shoot fire and stuff like that. So they seem pretty dumb, actually, and they seem like they've fallen in line very obediently.
Okay.
Strength has proven to them that they should be on our side, not on the cultist side.
We're going to get back to Timm Woods in a second with more Dungeons & Dragons, but Tim is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire. We love ZipRecruiter. They've been our sponsor since just about day one here at Part of My Take, and they will help you if you're an employer looking to hire. I know a lot of people are right now. They do a lot of good for the community. 3Chi is a great company, and they have a little story for you about a lady named Monica Starks. She needed to hire for a pivotal role at her construction company. It's called GS Group, but she was having a tough time finding the right person, especially with so many candidates out there. So she switched over to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you because it finds them for you. Its technology identifies the people that have the right experience for your job, and it actively invites them to apply which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. When you use ZipRecruiter, you get people that are out there looking for jobs like the ones that you are posting. You're not just sending out a big spam job to a message board. You're actually putting it in front of the right eyeballs with the qualified people that you want to hire, and that's how Monica found Lamont Jenkins. She said that ZipRecruiter sent Lamont's profile to her around 5 minutes after she posted her job because he was a great match for the role. That's amazing. They got a response with a qualified candidate in 5 minutes, and the Denver Nuggets hadn't scored a field goal yet. That's incredible stuff. Through ZipRecruiter, Monica's company has hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists, but Monica is not the only employer who loves ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the very first day. So see for yourself how ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster and makes it easier. Try it now for free. That's right, for free at ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. That's ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. The smartest way to hire. And now, more Timm Woods. Okay, interesting. So I don't think that we have anything to worry about with these Drakes. We'll just whip the shit out of them.
No, I'll
if they
fuck
try
them
to
up.
fuck
I'm
with
a
us.
berserker in my back
All right,
pocket.
so yeah. So let's let them out. I would like to let the Drakes escape bars.
You can try to pick the lock. Ehrlich has made it a little bit easier for you now, but roll a d20 and you get to add a +3
From
to
the
this.
inside. That's a 4.
You did say from the inside. I like that. Maybe that's a little bit easier. Roll
Okay,
one
that's
more
easy.
time.
Yeah, it's easier from the inside. 17. That's good. Yeah, all right.
And with the help that Ehrlich set you up with, you are absolutely able to kind of pick the lock from the other side. You push that Drake away, who had been kind of interrupting him, and the lock is now picked. The gate flies open. The Drakes come bounding out, and the only bad thing that seems to be happening is the Griffin immediately takes off into the air and is just flapping 10 feet above us, like, okay, fine, all right, but I'm not going to land now. I'm going to stay in the air at this point. He is going to, it seems like, still help us in attack. He's just very cautious of these Drakes.
You've used the pronoun he a couple times with this Griffin. We're confirmed, like we can see the testicles and the shaft.
I mean,
below.
all
It's a
accounts, based on its voice more than anything, do seem to suggest it is a male Griffin, yes.
Okay.
How,
Or it could
how
be like
high
that.
is this cave, though? Like, how high could it be flying?
Not very high up. At its highest point, it's 20 feet in the air, so he's kind of pressed against the ceiling, just barely able to flap around.
It also
here.
might be like that lady from Theranos. She might just have a deep voice that it puts on to sound important.
True.
Keep an eye on that.
And the guard Drakes come bounding out. Norm, you would be up now, so if you wish to lead the way somewhere. Currently, the bard is still invisible and will remain so until you either attack or cast another spell, Wayne. Then you reveal yourself.
Okay.
I kind of want to kill these Drakes.
Just let him out and just start swinging on
I
him?
kind of want to just
Take
smash
batting
them.
practice?
Yeah, fuck them. I
Absolutely.
really don't like them.
One, there's like
They're pissing off the Griffin, dude.
They are. I think
Like,
that
what the hell?
Griffin is our most important ally right now
Right.
because like we can fly on it.
The Drakes
We
are
can
nothing.
crush
The
people.
Drakes
It's
are
got the
little
face of an
shits.
eagle.
I'm going to kill all the Drakes.
The Griffin looks like it could carry 2 people, for the record. It is a great form of transportation. The Drakes couldn't really carry anybody, and so you are
They
going to
do
swing
shit.
at one of them?
They can help us.
No, they can't.
Strength in numbers.
They don't do shit.
I don't like the Drakes. I
I
gotta
like
say, yeah. And what we should do is
Why do we
should
just free them? Why do we
shut
spend all the time
So that
freeing
I
them?
can kill them. So, yeah, I want to kill these
So
Drakes.
would you like to go reckless and roll with advantage?
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
Sure.
then if the Drakes attack you, they will all be getting advantage on their attacks
fine. I'm
against
not
you,
worried.
I'm
Norm.
rooting for the Drakes.
2.
2. And you said you were reckless, though, so roll one more time.
Yep. 1.
1. Oh, I'm sorry to say that you swing at the Drake
Shit.
and your axe doesn't get stuck because you get to take the higher of the 2 rolls, but it does thud into the ground right next to one of the Drake, and he just kind of looks at you a little quizzically. I'll let you. That Drake you're right next to is going to try to what the heck was that, and snap to bite at you unless you try to intimidate all the Drakes right now.
Now, is there a
can I just be like
chance?
it was a joke? I was just letting you know that I was boss?
Absolutely.
All right,
You-
yeah,
but
all right,
you
we
just-
won't kill the Drakes.
That'll
Yeah.
be
Showed them that you
intimidating.
can.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're
Or
good.
is there a chance that
What a
like they
waste
all
of a
looked
turn.
up to him so
Yeah.
much because he was strong and they see him acting like a fool, and now they don't like him anymore, and they're like, "We're just gonna go," and they just leave us.
There's
No,
definitely.
because then they could tell on us. We don't want that.
Tell other people that we're frauds.
No, tell everyone that where we are. I just want to be like, hey, I was just taking batting practice, Drakes.
Absolutely.
Not a big deal.
Roll an intimidate check, and you have advantage on this to
so
convince them
I'm
it was
back
just
to
a
having.
joke.
Yeah, that didn't work. I want the Drakes back on our side.
Absolutely.
1 again.
One again, but you have advantage on this because the bard has set you up. But you've impressed.
All right, I'm
them
gonna go.
so
I'm
far
going
enough.
to the ping pong
This
ball.
is the big
machine.
one.
This is a big one.
You got this. You got this.
If not, you have another attack you can do this turn.
All right. No, I want the Drake. I don't want to kill the Drakes anymore.
They
That was a
look
mistake.
pretty tough. They're each like a
that was a
giant
mistake.
greyhound or pit bull.
Come on.
Oh,
12.
Okay,
12
that's good.
plus
not bad.
5 is a 17, and that is with... Oh, I'm sorry, no, your Intimidated is plus 3, but that's still a 15 or higher. The Drake just kind of looks at you and backs away, almost nodding
we're
like,
cool.
okay, all right,
we're
I
cool,
guess
dude.
we're cool. The
Yeah,
other
yeah.
3 Jakes
All
are
right.
like, haha, you almost got swung at,
Right.
but the one
Gotcha.
Drake who
Right.
would have bit you is not going to bite you now.
cool.
Good stuff. Excellent.
Yeah, nice. That was fun.
And that would bring us then from Norm's turn to I did put into initiative Bob Costas, and Bob Costas just watching this whole thing happen.
Oh, I
This
forgot.
kobold
Oh, we have I forgot
with
we
his
got Bob
rock
Costas,
in
yeah.
hand, just like and he's terrified of these drakes. You think these drakes love to eat kobolds based on the way that it is sniffing? They are all sniffing Bob Costas right now. But Cake, that's going to bring us back to you. What would you like to do?
Let's
at
go
this
find
point?
these eggs. I feel like we've lost the plot a little bit here. We got so concerned with
But
like,
we do,
killing
we
these
do
can't
have
lose
4
focus.
drakes and a griffin following
Yeah.
us now.
We've done enough torturing of our own crew. I think it's time to go back to the original goal of the eggs.
And you've eliminated the left-hand route, so it looks like the right-hand route should be the way to get to the eggs in theory.
All right, let's do it.
Absolutely. So you start to head in the right-hand direction. It's a staircase that starts going down, and immediately with your elven senses, you can tell that up ahead there are some kobolds making a lot of noise. It sounds like at least 4 kobolds in the room up ahead. Kobolds are very weak, but if there's 4 or even 5 of them, that's a nasty swarm that we might want to deal with. And you haven't seen them yet, but you hear them up ahead. What would you like to do?
I think we have a big enough squad to take them down.
Absolutely. We certainly do have a lot of people. Kobolds are not going to impede us at all or harm us too much. You can scout ahead either using perception or stealth, or you could just rush ahead and get ready to cast a spell at them. What would you like to do?
Do you guys think we just charge, or should we play it safe?
We could charge, or you could use the Drakes to charge because they seem to like the smell
Oh,
of
yeah.
Bob Costas, who's a kobold.
It seems like if we're going to lose some members of our squad, it could be the Drake.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You send the Drakes rushing into this room, is that right?
Yes.
Boom, absolutely. They had a ready to action to charge, and as they charge down, roaring into that room, you just hear kobolds start screaming and panicking. They are fleeing and apparently getting mauled. Do you enter the room now to see what's happening at this point?
Yes.
Absolutely. When you see in the room all these drakes running around, there were maybe 5 kobolds on the ground who are in various states of getting dragged around by drakes and thrown around the room. They were apparently all like worshiping some creepy altar with a 5-headed dragon statue on top of it. They are not doing that anymore. They are trying to run for their lives and occasionally fight at one of the drakes, but they are losing except for the 2 kobolds who have taken off into the air because for some reason these 2 kobolds have flapping wings growing out of their back. And so they are like looking down at these drakes who are just mauling the rest of their friends. And so you can see this scene before you now, and you still have your whole action to do a spell if you want. It looks like the 5 kobolds on the ground are being taken care of, but the 2 in the air, the one drake looks up and is just like, what are we going to do about that?
All right, we have to finish the job. Kill them all.
Absolutely. You've got some good cantrip spells like Firebolt or Ray of Frost that you could launch at these people, or you could go big and do a chromatic orb to launch. But
Or go all in.
Yeah.
absolutely, you're launching
We're
a
an orb
chromatic
podcast,
orb
yeah.
for sure. Go ahead and roll a d20 plus 5 to see if you are going to hit this kobold.
Jake,
out
have
of
you
the
ever
air.
rolled dice
crazy
dice
roll.
before? That's how you do it? With 2 hands?
Straight up in the air.
Okay.
All right. 11. It was an 11.
11.
11 plus 5 is a 16. And what element did you create with your chromatic orb? You get to choose either poison, acid, lightning, thunder, fire, or cold.
Thunder,
Acid.
lightning in the thunder.
You said
Oh,
acid?
yeah.
Should have done thunder.
And this, orb of acid just splashes right into this winged kobold and completely covers its body. It's just bones and smoke and steam rising off those bones that clatter against the wall and onto the floor. You dealt so much damage with the chromatic orb. This creature is just wiped out, no doubt. Well done. Excellent. But there is still one of these kobolds flying around in the air when Ehrlich would be about to go. Unfortunately, this kobold gets to go just before Ehrlich. And this kobold is going to be flying over to not one of the drakes because you shot a spell. This last flying kobold knows that you could take him out of the air. And he's going to try to drop a rock on your head right now. But I'm happy to say the rock lands right next to you, Cake, but does not hit you. And that would bring us to Ehrlich's turn next. Ehrlich, what would you like to do? You hear the fighting up ahead. The drakes are having a great time. Sounds like the wizard is under fire, though.
Shouldn't me and the Drakes and Griffin go help Cake?
Absolutely, you 100% could. If you rush into the room, you see that there is one winged kobold, and then it looks like all the kobolds on the ground are dead at this point to our Drakes.
And isn't the Griffin, it's flying, right?
The Griffin
like,
is flying.
Shouldn't we send the Griffin in to,
In
help us
theory,
out?
it's going to go right after your
Battle of
turn,
the sky.
so it's going to swoop in just a moment.
All right, so roll.
Absolutely. Would you like to do an Eldritch Blast, or you could send in your imp to do something if you want?
Oh, all right. By the way, my name for my demon on my shoulder is Lola.
Lola.
Ooh, hot.
I had a cat growing up that I hated. It attacked me every single day of my life, and I never called it anything but demon. It was just demon. Its real name was Lola. So
All right, Lola.
Absolutely. So Lola right now is like digging her claws into your shoulder and is whispering, "Hey, boss. Let me at him. I'll go after him. I can take him out. Would you like to roll for Lola?
Let's go, Lola.
Lola has a +5 on her
nope,
stinger attack.
20!
20!
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Suck our dicks, Billy.
Just like with the chromatic orb, I do not need to roll damage. Lola deals so much damage with her stinger. She immediately just pierces right through the neck of the kobold. And you see poison just spurting, and the kobold falls out of the ground, withered to the ground. And all the other kobolds are slain. It seems like this was some kind of altar shrine for the kobolds, but there is another staircase leading out of here, further down. It seems like the only way forward, but the drakes are finishing up with the kobolds, and then a griffin flies into the room at this point. Our griffin flies in, sees that there's maybe pecks off the last of the kobolds, and then says,
nothing.
do you want me to scout ahead down there and tell you what I see?
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, then I would like to... Ehrlich, you just went. Why don't you roll for the griffin to see how good a perception check this griffin's going to do?
Rolling after I roll 20. It's like 13.
13, and the griffin has a +5 and actually has advantage. Roll one more time on this. So far, you got an 18.
Bill, you want to roll? Just kidding.
I did not see that coming.
Everyone saw it from across the room.
8. So we're going to go with the original roll. The 18 was a success for sure. And the griffin flies back and says...
Sure, Hank, thanks. Oh, no.
He says, you were looking for the hatchery, right? Well, I found it. There's a pit that looks like there are maybe 3 dragon eggs or more. I saw at least 3 dragon eggs, but I also saw something else. I saw one of the stalagmites coming out of the ground in this pit, a spike of stone. I saw it wiggle, and I have no idea what that is
It's
about.
like a Sibian. Okay.
Damn.
And I would let anyone roll a d20 right now to see if they know what the griffin just spotted, if they know what this thing might be. Maybe this will be a group knowledge check.
9.
9. But if we're going with the best knowledge check in the group, that would be the wizard with a +5, and with a 14, you at least know the name of what you think this creature is. You've heard of creatures that can disguise themselves as stone outcroppings, like spikes of stone, and they are usually guardian beasts. You know they are called ropers. But you don't,
Peter
with a
North.
14, know exactly why they are called ropers. There's some reason why they have that name, but with a 14, the wizard does not remember exactly in wizard school when they were taught about ropers why they are called ropers precisely. But they are
I got an idea.
camouflage predators.
Okay, got it.
And that was all happening on Ehrlich's turn.
we-
The griffin had just scouted. So, Wayne, we are up to you.
Can
You're
I-
still invisible.
Can I go drag Billy's dead corpse off the ground, reanimate it, and then make it sit on the roper?
You can definitely drag the corpse.
Yeah,
I
let's
would
desecrate
say
his corpse.
that you, looking at the spells that you have.
Well, our Griffin's got to be pretty hungry by now, right?
Leave me dead.
Your Griffin is certainly hungry,
He's
and he
hungry.
is a carnivore, and he
Yeah.
says, interesting, that body's a little old, but
Okay.
I wouldn't mind, I'm hungry, I wouldn't mind picking at that a little bit.
Yeah, I think I want to feed Billy's dead body to our Griffin.
You start to feed chunks
just
to the
because
Griffin.
he's hungry, yeah.
Absolutely. I'll also point out you're still invisible, so when you pick up Billy's body, it does kind of look like Billy's just walking around
me
because you're
swing
like an
at it.
invisible puppet master right now.
Can I use like my hands to make Billy have a really stupid face and then and trip him a few times as he's walking?
You make him like walk around and like we see Billy's face like contorting in different ways, but then because he's in different pieces, the body parts start to like fall over a little bit. You have a lot of dexterity though, so you start catching.
Yeah,
them
I'd like
and
to juggle Billy's testicles. Yeah,
Juggling
and
various
then throw
body
one
parts.
against the wall.
Absolutely. There's a
Okay.
splat as something
Yeah.
hits the wall for sure.
Okay, great. So now I'd like to feed his corpse to the Griffin.
Absolutely. The Griffin is actually saying, there's something tangy about it, like dark magic or something, but it's not bad. And the Griffin keeps eating this.
Yeah.
And the Griffin is also thanking us for having freed him. He does introduce himself after this delicious meal and says, my name's Blake. It's an absolute pleasure, and I'm so thank you for freeing me. I really, really appreciate it. So he's now really like feeling like a member of our team now that he got to eat
Oh, it's a
our
Blake
former
Griffin.
teammate.
Got
is
it.
a Blake
okay.
the Griffin.
Yeah,
yes,
I went down
for
the
sure.
wrong. Actually, I don't like Blake Griffin anymore.
Yeah.
He kind of ditched us the other day.
I'm sorry.
It's
This
okay.
can be a different.
No, that's
Robert.
Blake. No, Blake Griffin's fine.
Okay.
Just for the record, I'm mad at him. All right. So now
Let's
that
take him out.
you want to take him out,
Maybe one of his other knee, his good knee. We'll take out his good knee. He's already
turn
got
his
one
good knee
bad
into
one.
a bad knee.
I don't know.
about
I mean,
that.
what?
No, I'm happy that we fed him. He's probably feeling healthy right now. I'm going to be the bigger man for the record in this situation, even though I want to hit him in his other knee. I'm going to be nice to him. I'd like to enlist his help to find out exactly what this roper thing is. Mm-hmm. Can I circle the roper from above and survey it, see if it's if it has any ill intentions towards us?
Absolutely. I'm going to let you roll another perception check with advantage for Blake Griffin as he does another scouting move for us.
That's a 7.
But he has advantage to roll one more time
Okay.
for Blake the Griffin.
It's a 10. All right.
Absolutely. So 10 with a +5, or is it 10 total, are you saying? Or is it a 15 with
It's
a
a straight
+5?
up. It's a straight up 10.
Straight up 10 on the die. So
Yep.
15 total with a 15. He is able to fly back, and he says, okay, I saw a piece of the stalagmite open up for a second. It has a mouth. I can tell that much. And then I saw something wiggle out of a piece of the rock, like there's holes all over this thing, and something that looked like a weird maggot worm or something came wiggling out, like a snake maybe, out of the rock itself. And Blake doesn't know more about what a roper is, but that is what he saw with the
Okay,
15.
I want to track down these eggs though. I feel
Yeah,
like
we
the
gotta
egg.
get the
and
eggs.
he's
Gotta
saying
get
the,
the eggs.
the eggs are just scattered around this roper, unfortunately. Like
Okay.
the roper's guarding them.
Okay, so I think I know what we should do. I think we should take Bob Costas' body, throw it to the roper, and then go collect the eggs while Bob Costas is getting eaten by the roper.
What about Billy's body?
Oh, is there any Billy's body left
There's
over?
definitely some Billy's body
Okay.
left. Billy was a Goliath. He
Yeah.
was huge.
Throw
You
his
have
dick. Throw
chunks
his
of his
penis
body,
at the roper.
and you can absolutely invisibly carry the body parts in. You can, if you carry them close enough, they'll turn invisible, and then you can start throwing chunks to where you think the roper is. Is that what you want to do?
I'd like to go in really close, and then from above, I'll just drop it in like I'm Salt Bae sprinkling some seasoning into the roper.
Absolutely. You are able to climb down these stairs, and sure enough, just like Blake the Griffin had reported, you see this area off to the south where there are all these eggs scattered in little nests, and then in the middle there's one conspicuous stalagmite that then just wiggles slightly, and as you it doesn't see you because you're invisible. As you get closer, you climb up the wall a little bit and start dropping little chunks of food, and sure enough, you see it start to wiggle more and wiggle more. Roll a deception check with advantage to see if you have tricked this thing effectively.
13.
13. Roll one more time. This
Scoundrels
was a
number.
great idea, so you're going to get advantage on this.
Love it. 15.
15.
Nice.
And with a +5 on deception, which is what you have, that's a 20 total. What you see is this stalagmite, first of all, open up this kind of hole on the side of it that then has an eye inside, a beady red eye that starts looking around. Then another crack on it opens up, and there's these rows of jagged teeth. It's obvious that this thing is just disguised as a piece of rock, but it's very much a creature that then has all these tentacles that wiggle out of holes in the rock that start shooting out, and as the chunks of meat fall all around the roper, it's like Spider-Man or like a frog's tongue, just
Snatching up the
catching
meat.
all the pieces of meat and tossing them into its mouth. And it starts to look around, like, where's this meat coming from? But more pieces keep falling, and it's like, I don't have time to. I gotta catch all these. And it has at least like 5 of these tentacles. But now it is very distracted, trying to search around for all the missing pieces of food. If you try to steal the eggs right now, you would have advantage.
Okay,
on
I
this
would love to
stealth check.
steal the eggs. Yeah.
All right, this will be your final roll then with advantage.
Okay.
2 d20s, and you have a +5 on this too.
2 of them?
2 of them.
2 of them. Okay. Can I do one here and then one
Yes.
up there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
First one down here. 12.
12.
That's
Second
a
one.
Here's
17.
the second one. 17 so far.
Okay.
Come on, 20.
Give me some
On
eggs.
20.
Give me
Come
some
on,
eggs.
20.
What's that?
8.
Shit,
8.
We keep rolling an 8.
But you got a better roll on
Yeah.
that. So it's a 17 total on that. With a 17, you will be able to grab, I'm going to give you this D4, and that's how many eggs you are going to be able to find. So if you want to roll that die right there, you are going to get away with this many eggs before the roper gets a chance to notice what you are doing.
That's a 3, I
All
believe.
3 of
Yeah.
the visible eggs
Sweet.
that you just found, grab.
Yeah.
And you can tell real quickly, they're different colors, these eggs. They are all different colors, and you're having trouble figuring out which one's which, but you're gathering up 3 of them, and you're able to run along behind a rock now with those eggs, just as the roper turns to look at you. And it knows where you are. It's heard you kind of scuttling behind the rock. It's searching around for you, and it's going to try to get you with one of its tentacles, but it missed. You feel this like tentacle reaching over your head, and it like sticks against the rock above you and then pulls, and it recognizes it's not pulling anything, so it just peels off that rock, and you ducked invisibly underneath it. In fact, he had disadvantage. Let me just make sure he didn't get a 1, so you don't get to attack him, but he missed you, and then Norm the Barbarian would be up now.
So you got the eggs?
I got 3 eggs. Do you want to
3
smash this roper thing, or do you want to try to smash the eggs open, or do we want to hatch them? I don't know.
Or should we run out of the cave? We should probably I'll go, and then maybe we'll end with Jake. So what should we...
Maybe
I'll point out, Norm, the roper's very distracted right now. If you're looking for more dragon eggs, somebody could sprint in, use their athletics to try to do so real quickly, grab a bunch of eggs, not being sneaky about it, but while the roper's busy, grab as many eggs as you can, and then try to run back
Okay,
out.
all right. I'll grab some more eggs.
Are you
So
sure?
Grab some more
We've
eggs?
got 3 eggs.
No, we'll grab some more. You can never have enough dragons.
That's a very good
Right?
point.
All right.
This will be an athletics check then, and if you're raging, you now have advantage on this athletics check.
Yeah,
do
I'm raging.
do we have the bandwidth to raise like a bunch of dragons? We got
I think we just let them raise themselves.
okay, free range dragons.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna start a
exactly.
dragon. farm.
We're not
Got
going
it.
to tell them
Right.
how to act. Right. We'll just leave
Whatever
the
they
TV
choose to
on
be.
and just let them
Yeah.
go. All right. 15.
With a 15, so far so good. That's a 20 total with a +5. But roll one more time just to see if you do any better.
3.
3. So we're taking the 20 total. With the 20 total, you also can sprint in, and by the time the roper turns to you and realizes what you're doing, you are already grabbing 1d4 eggs. So see how many eggs you can grab. Just
is a
kking
wild-
nests
I know
over.
it's the top. It took me a while to figure
At
out. It's the top of the
100%.
pyramid.
One? All right.
It's always the same whichever way you turn it on the top number.
4.
And you
That's a crazy
found
dice,
4
yeah.
more
This
eggs.
makes
You
no
now
sense.
have a total of 7 eggs. You're just like juggling all of them,
Okay.
tossing them in your bag right now. And you, Norm, and Wayne can tell that in this hatchery, besides all the eggs you found in the roper, there's also this kind of crevice off to the side that there's a little bit of sunlight glinting through. Like this could be a back door to get out of here, but you need maybe to be able to climb very well like Norm, or at least be able to fly in some
Yeah.
capacity
we
fly
if
out
you were
on the
going to try to
Griffin?
climb at it.
Yeah, can I blast this thing open too, so we get more space, so we can all get out of there?
Absolutely. Make an athletics check to try. You're trying to like to widen the hole.
Yeah,
is the
I
idea?
want everyone to get out. 15.
There we go.
With a 15, you are absolutely kicking a bunch of rocks and causing a small avalanche that then creates
yes.
a rubble slope
Hell
that
yes.
other people now have an easier time climbing out. Well done. Excellent. Actually, in fact, with that slope, none of us need to make checks anymore. We can either fly out or just run out the slope and climb out easily
Let's
the rest
just run
of the
out.
way
Let's all
towards
run out.
sunlight.
Yeah.
Cake, any last things you were going to do as we're running out? You can make one investigation check to try to like grab more eggs, or you could do one thing to the rope
last turn.
on your way out.
Yeah, I mean, 7's not enough. We're always wanting more.
Wanting more dragon eggs. Go ahead and roll one investigate check.
Best dragon egg is the next one.
Yeah. We should also make the griffin shit before it leaves, so Billy's body goes out in the cave. I don't want to take that with us.
Come on.
Oh, I see some good numbers up there.
Oh, that was nice. 13. Okay.
13's
Not bad. Wait, did it not count?
That counts.
And you have a +5 on this, so with an 18, roll the d4 one more time to see what our total tally of dragon eggs comes up to.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
One.
It's a 1, so we rounded it out from 7 to an even 8 dragon eggs. Very exciting. You found one more, but I'm going to say since it's the last one, this is the one that has strange runic markings all over it. Strange symbols are glowing on this particular dragon egg as you grab it, Wizard, and you are able to run out up the slope, and that is where we will, as we run out with 8 dragon eggs successfully.
You're tricky, Tim, because I bet you nobody ever quits and gives up when they have eggs before they hatch. That's good strategy on your part.
100%.
I'm a little concerned about the runic egg.
I like that
Was
one.
there a chance that maybe somebody got more active with this dragon than was previously led to believe, and this might be his son?
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I guess
Billy,
we'll-
you got any thoughts on that? Hank. Just kidding. Tim, thank you so much. We really appreciate
Such
your
a
time
pleasure.
as always.
Absolutely.
Love you guys. Billy, do you have any thoughts or your fun fact?
Platypuses are the only
Wait,
mammals
yeah.
that are venomous.
There's no chance that they're called platypussies.
Platypuses,
Platypi,
yes,
maybe?
they're venomous.
They're not platypussies. I don't know, dude. But they're what?
It's a complicated plural. I tried.
Pussies.
Platypuses.
Okay, platypussies are what? What were you going to say?
They're the only mammal that are venomous.
How about that? Is that it? They also lay eggs. Love you guys.
And beaks.
Coming for your lover.